Ahoy and welcome to Horizons Call, everybody. Welcome back. Very excited to be here. Very excited to have you all here. Very excited once again to be joined by special guest Diane Hutton. Dave, thank you so much for joining us again. I think the party's going to need you. But before we get to any of that, my name is Derek Sword. I use he, him pronouns. Yes, Sword is my real last name. Yes, it's awesome. No, you can't have it. I am your GM. I am your guiding compass for the wonderful world of Damaris in which Horizons Call takes place. And like I said, I'm very excited to have you all here to join us, whether you're watching us live or even on our fancy dancy YouTube, which you can watch all of our episodes on. Check it out. I just want to say, first and foremost, that this game, as well as the last game, is in support of Project Hope. Typically, when Horizons Call has a guest, especially one as lovely as Day is, we'd like to give that guest the option to pick a charity to support, as typically we would support the cast through our Pally account. But Day chose Project Hope in support of Ukraine, a fantastic charity which we have supported before. So if you are able to, we definitely appreciate any support that you can give towards that charity. If you do, you can actually directly impact this game with advantages and crits and even black spots, which are complications in an already complicated, deadly scenario. You can make things just a little bit worse. And if you do, I'm also contractually obligated to sing a sea shanty, so bear that in mind. I've said enough for right now, so I'm going to go around and have these lovely people say a little bit about themselves and their characters, and then we'll come back to me for some more bullshit. So, Eva, if you don't mind starting us out.
This time I had to unmute 3 things. Hi, I'm Eva. My pronouns are she, her, and today I will be playing your sea elf, alchemical artificer, who is absolutely pumped about this situation that we find ourselves in. What a great time for all of us. What a bonding experience.
Fantastic. I also appreciate the sea elf being pumped. Next up, Mare.
Hello, I am Mare. You can find me on Twitter at Archmage of Dice. I use they, she pronouns, and I am playing Acacia, who uses she, her pronouns. Your lovely centaur, soul knife, rogue, stars druid, who does not have the patience for this bullshit going on right now.
Absolutely fair. I love that every session it seems like Acacia gets another adjective. I'm not mad about it. I'm rather enjoying it. Next up, our special guest, Day.
Hello, I'm Diane Hutton, and I use she, her pronouns, and I'm playing Brigid, the halfling monk, who is totally going to be useful in this fight.
I have no doubts whatsoever. Thank you, Day. Mikyl.
Hi, fam. I'm Mikyl. He, him pronouns. I am playing Proximus, your Triton, Shadow, Sorcerer, Paladin, multi-class, having fun, and ready to slash something. And possibly smite.
Really fighting Acacia for that adjective game. Also, a special thank you to Mikyl, as always, for doing the artwork that you can see on screen. Mykyl's a fantastic artist. You should definitely check him out. Last but absolutely not least, Kaila.
Hi, hello, I'm Kaila, use she, her pronouns. I play our favorite murder mermaid, Scarlet Shores, our siren warlock of the Fathomless.
Fantastic. A couple more things from me before we get to our cast and this wonderful fight with the Hydra. Don't let the music fool you. It's going to get intense here in a second. But this is nice and chill and mellow before then. Because Twitch is being weird, I just want to say right now, we have like one ad, so I'm just going to say it. If you enjoy fine teas, if you enjoy a nice brewed beverage, we actually have a discount code for Friday Tea. It is a local to Sword and Keys home base, at least, Seattle-based tea company, nerd-focused, community-focused, one of the more like benevolent companies out there that you can really find with a real big list of quality products. You're definitely going to, if you enjoy tea of any variety, you will find something you love. Check out Friday Teas, and if you find something, when you find something that you enjoy, use code Sword and Key, all caps, all one word, Sword and Key, and you'll get 10% off your purchase online. That goes for, I think, almost anything except for gift cards. So definitely check that out, since apparently we can't put that in our ad reel anymore. I think that's all of the new stuff I need to cover. So we actually have a recap from Mikyl this week. So Mikyl, go ahead and take it away.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right. When we last met our horizon-hopping heroes, upon the safety and identification of the attack on the king of La Femerel, I always say that wrong, the Majesty offered the party and the refugees of Korra an island called Undertow. It was warned that the island was all but empty, except for a great darkness that devoured the inhabitants long ago. We made arrangements to sail the Redemption and the crew to the island, and while we were on our way, Winnie whipped up her usual clownish, unconventional concoctions and drank the elixir that swapped bodies with her nearest person, which just so happened to be Scarlet. I am unaware of how long this lasted, but by the time we hit the shores, they were acting the same way again. Once upon the shores, we saw a campfire burning and met a new friend that lives on the beach of Undertow, Brigid. Yes, that is it. I think it's Brigid. A halfling monk whose entire family was decimated by the monster that lives at the lake in the middle of the island. So, we decided that we were going to defeat this great darkness and go to the middle of the island to check out this lake. When we got to the lake, there was some kind of monstrous plant that was devouring beans there, and the towering tree terror tanked my attempts to electrify with lightning, then absorb Brigid, then created a zombie all at the same time. It was really a mess. And then, I don't know what she did, but Brigid scared it so bad it ran into the lake, and as soon as it went into the lake, it was swallowed by water as a 5-headed hydra rose from the murky waters of the lake. And now, that's where we're at. You probably wonder how I got here.
Fantastic. Of course, to correct Proximus, it is Brigid. It is Fall Light Morel. We're not going to worry about pronunciation. He's only been on the service for like a year. Okay. Well, as Proximus kind of indicated, let's go ahead and roll for initiative. So as you all have fought one combat, the combat that you thought was the great curse of the island of Undertow, this shambling corpse flower, you discovered that, oh no, this thing was born from the true curse, this gargantuan 5-headed hydra that has erupted from the water, crushed the corpse flower on its way towards all of you, and is now looming over some of you with these 5 identical draconic heads, all dripping acid from their maws, these kind of maroon and green scales, almost like armor, just plating over their undulating necks down to this solid, solitary form connecting them all. Okay. So we have a 13 from Scarlet, we have a 22 from Proximus, we have a 14 from Acacia, Brigid with an 18, Witty with a 20, nice. Okay, some good rolls. Let's see.
Where does the Hydra fall on the... Because I'm going to put the order in chat for us.
Yes, the Hydra, let me make sure what its bonus is. Hydra got a 14.
So that ties with me. Where do you want to in the order?
I will let you go first or second. I will leave that to you.
I will go first.
Okay. Okay. So
I have Proxy, Winnie, Brigid, yes. Me, Hydra, Scarlet.
Okay.
You know what? I rolled a 4.
Thanks for putting that in.
I'm mad.
Yeah, it had
but
a plus.
Before the thing.
It rolled a 14 on, like, it doesn't have a plus anything.
It better not.
We'll see. All right. So with that, Proximus, looking at the battle map here, you are kind of almost beneath these heads. So if you imagine all these heads, because it's kind of hard to make a battle map that has all these connected necks. So you have this monstrous form that's actually mostly in the water, and then each of these 5 heads are connected by a neck. I'm not going to be super, like, rules heavy on as to where the necks are undulating. If you aim for a neck, you'll hit it. As long as you're within range of it. Like, mostly you'll be aiming for the heads. That will be the target space, because the heads themselves are not necessarily huge, but the hit box for them, if you want to think of it that way, is huge. So I would say you're within range of 2 heads. Should you like to do something? What would you like to do?
Proximus is going to say, Shadow Ocean Breathing, 5th form Shadow Mist. He disappears and goes 30 feet. It's Misty Step. So he is going to move 30 feet right here. And as he poofs on the other side, because that's what it sounds like when he shows up.
Just poof.
Yeah.
That's adorable, yeah.
And he is going to... so if I'm at the ground level, do I need to fly to...
I would say if you're at ground level, you're able to reach them. They're kind of extending like horizontally, not really vertically, but still kind of like they're not like dragging into the ground, but you'd be able to reach them from ground level. We'll say that. Okay.
And then 10th form, Piercing Current, and he's going to shoot lightning across at 100 feet.
Oh, that's so many.
Across. And that should get all the heads.
That looks like it's getting all of them, yeah.
And that's going to be at 5th level, because why not? F this dude. And that's 10d6. So you can move on while I add up all of these d6.
All right. Well, while Proximus is determining damage on that, Winnie, what would you like to do?
Honestly, I would like to not be here at all.
That's an option. You're the furthest one away. You definitely aren't going to get an opportunity attack, I should say.
I am. I am going to send... I'm going to just squeak this down a little bit. I guess I should measure this.
Where are you on the map?
Oh my gosh.
Winnie is further down on the map.
On the west,
yeah. Yeah, Jeffrey right beneath her. Scarlet's way down there.
Yeah, apologies to anyone viewing this map on the screen.
We only have so much space on
we're
this.
We're not all gonna fit on the map in one go, so it's the hydra.
And have it look pretty.
Yeah.
Okay. So 37 lightning damage from Proximus, and that's not doubled or anything, right?
Are they in the water?
Technically, the heads aren't, but the body is, so we can technically say
whatever you want to do. That's your call.
This thing is resistant to lightning damage. I will count it being in the water, so technically they cancel out, so you'll have regular damage on that.
Okay.
That's
now we know.
Good news for me. Is that the end of Proximus's?
Yeah, I'd like to move. I'm just going to move my character, but go ahead.
I'm just going to send little Jeffrey up to, if I can, like behind one of these little like spiky things on the head. I know this is kind of a called shot, but I guess, I don't know. He's small. But little Jeffrey is just gonna like tap this thing with a shocking grasp.
Okay.
Sorry,
I do want to resolve one thing, because Proximus, you did move within this thing's range. I do want to make sure you didn't move out of its range.
Then I will stay in its range, because I'm not going to take an attack of opportunity.
Okay, that's all I was trying to mention. Winnie, go ahead and do the Jeffrey shocking grasp.
So, question, and if this isn't something I should know, or if we're finding this out by default, that's fine. It is one creature, but does it have one giant range, or does each head have its own like area of opportunity, like range?
I'm sorry, I was muted. It depends on where you're trying to hit. So each head kind of has, like I said, like that huge hitbox.
Yeah.
And then if you're going for the body, I mean, it depends on where you're trying to hit.
Okay. That is a 22 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
And 8 damage.
So describe how Jeffrey takes out this first head.
Yeah, boy.
He is going to like tap it, and there's gonna be that little bit of like, it just looks like a little static shock from his little Jeffrey fin, and he's gonna have a little oh no look of surprise on his face as just the eyes roll up, and it I think just flops down. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's a very like unexpected, not flashy.
So after Proximus's lightning bolt, these things were looking actually rather charged. I mean, you watched like several skulls of them you could see as the electricity was charging forward in this bolt, this straight line of a bolt of lightning. And then little Jeffrey comes in, slaps a little bit of extra electricity, and you watch as it just jolts the last bit of life out of this head, and it just falls, splashes down into the water, and falls limp.
Does
Winnie, anything else for your turn?
Yeah, he can. His movement's like mine, right? Like he can use some of it and then use more of it. Okay.
Correct.
I would like to recall him a bit, if he's still out of range of the second head.
Let's see. He is just out of range of the other head.
Okay, I'm just gonna move him like here for now. Oh no,
Okay.
I guess he has to be back by me. He'll be back by me. And I believe that's it, because everyone's looking okay. Yes.
I think Brigid took damage in the last fight, but other than that, I think everybody else is looking okay.
Brigid, are you?
I'm good right now.
You're good.
Might I don't
We've
know
got
if
the
Winnie
mind link.
we do have the mind link. I can't remember how many hours it was. This
I
is
think
more
you're
of an
still good for.
more an out of character question for it's player knowledge versus PC knowledge, but
Mhm.
would any of us know that, hey, we should probably cauterize the neck wounds?
Let's see.
That's-
I don't know
I don't know if this is the same type of hydra, but
I mean, the term hydra is at least something that would like kind of be passed around. Hydras are semi-aquatic animals, hence the word hydra, as hydro. I would give Acacia, Winnie, and Scarlet equal opportunity on this. I'm not sure Proximus is necessarily familiar. And Brigid. I would give, if you all want to roll intelligence, let's do intelligence saving throws, just to see if you would know what to do in this situation. If you all had read your Hercules.
I'm not within range of you, right, Proximus?
Nope.
Okay, I didn't think so.
I was just thinking the
Scarlet
same
rolled
thing.
an 8.
Okay.
I got an
Scarlet don't
18.
know shit.
Actually,
27.
18.
Also got an
Nice.
18.
Okay, so 18 for Brigid, 18 for Acacia, and 27 for Winnie. I would say that yes, besides Scarlet is like, I don't know what a Hydra is. It's a weird dragon, right? Dragons are dumb.
Weird
the
flightless
rest-
dragon.
I know
The rest of
fish,
you
not
are
Just
like,
kill it.
right. So Acacia, Brigid, you might know this even from like as the memories are flooding back from the original fight, like taking out some of the heads and realizing like maybe even with a torch and doing like a little bit of like fire damage to one of the heads to prevent 2 more from coming out in its place. Acacia definitely would have heard stories from your dads. Definitely didn't encounter one. This is more of a mythological thing. Winnie, you have read the books. Like you know. This is the biggest Hydra that you think has ever been on record, perhaps. Hydras are typically like large to maybe huge and, are more just like a nuisance to small communities. This thing seems to have become a kaiju in and of itself. So definitely not something that you would be overtly familiar with, but familiar at least with the concept of a Hydra. And you're pretty sure this is a Hydra. Could be a multi-headed something else, but yeah, I would say you're definitely picking up that this is Hydra.
Yeah. Does anyone have fire? Does anyone have fire?
Ooh, I have fire. Sometimes. Oh gosh. I have fire.
Hey,
Okay.
I have
Fire
a little
ball.
fire.
Okay. When we kill a head, we gotta cauterize it, or we want to, unless we want to deal with double.
It doesn't have any open
What do you
wounds.
mean
What do we
double?
cauterize?
There's another one of these in there?
The heads double every time you cut one off.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's coming back to me. It's coming back to me.
And with that, Brigid, it is your turn.
All right. I would like to jump onto the head in front of me.
Yeah.
I'd like to take a
Okay,
flying
yeah.
leap. I still haven't figured out how to move my character on the map.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Is it still giving you problems? No, that's okay. Let me double check.
User
what
error. I don't know.
I don't know. Let me double check that your character is set to be for you. So let's edit. It's in your journal. It is set to be controlled by you. Weird.
Something wrong.
Okay.
What
Are you
Yes.
set to have the little mouse selected? Because you can only move stuff if you have the little the cursor selected.
Yeah,
in
I
the top
have
left.
the cursor
Okay.
selected.
Why
All I
is
can
it
do is
being-
like ping myself.
That's
If you
rude.
just click once, does it pop up with a bunch of little stuff around you,
No.
like a blue box or anything? Okay, that's all good. I will plop you on top. I'm assuming you want to be on top of. Oh no, it's not even putting you on the surface level. Let me try to make you. Oh, for crying. Stop it. Roll 20. Oh, you're so much fun. There. Brigid, I need to make you a
Ollie.
layer. New GM layer. I guess that kind of whatever. You're on top of it. Yeah. Do you have an ability, or are you rolling athletics? What's getting you on top of the hydra?
I was
head?
gonna roll acrobatics.
Sure, go for it.
14.
That should do. There actually are, believe it or not, rules for this that I wrote down a long time ago because I decided to write down everything that an action could do. Climb onto a bigger creature. After making necessary checks to get in place, smaller creature uses its action to make an athletics or acrobatics check contested in kind by the opponent. So I will have it basically roll dexterity against you.
Just so you know, we
And-
can't see that head anymore. That middle head.
Yeah, I moved it to GM layer, so it's there.
Okay.
Otherwise, it would bury Bridget underneath it. She's supposed to be on top. So let's see if successful. You are successful. So now you move with a larger creature, and you have advantage on attacks against it. And you move as if you're on difficult terrain. And the larger creature can attack or dislodge its unwelcome passenger depending on location, with athletics or acrobatics versus athletics or acrobatics. I'm glad I wrote that down. So yes, you have advantage on attacks, and you can move basically like down this creature's neck. You can hop over other ones, but all of your movement is going to be halved as if it were difficult terrain.
All right. I'm going to try and I might not be able to, but am I able to kind of wrap my legs around the horn, one of the horns?
Sure. Yeah, I would say
anchor
so.
myself, and then I'm gonna use my quarterstaff and make 2 attacks and just bonk it on the head real hard twice.
Okay. Go for it.
First roll is 22,
That'll hit.
and my second roll is a natural 20.
Both will hit, and one with double damage.
Where's my 8? That's a 12. Here it is. Oh God, no. Okay, I'm so with it. Okay. First one is only 4 damage, and then 3 damage.
That is actually just enough. Brigid, describe how you take down this hydra head.
I'm just sitting on it and I'm popping it. I'm real angry. I'm just going, you killed my family.
Perfect. I don't think I can even take this thing out of. Let's see if I can get down to GM info. There we go. I'm going to move you back to token layer. I'm going to then.
You can
map
just
background.
put me right in front of its mouth, and I'll remember I'm on top.
Yeah,
or
I
like
just
right
want to
behind its
mark
head.
it as oft. There we go. Okay, and then we will move.
And
We'll
I'll
put you
like
like right there.
yeehaw. I guess I'm yeehaw riding it down as it drops into the water.
Like Legolas sliding down the trunk of a Mikyl. Absolutely. So yes, you are technically still on this thing, but it is at ground level. It is like flattened into the mud of this this very mucky swamp, just acrid and stinky. Anything else for your turn?
Am I? How much movement did it take to get on top of it?
So with your acrobatics, you were right there. So that's 5, 10. We'll probably say like 10 feet to jump onto it. So you have 25. You have 20 feet.
Can I try to jump from it onto the one on the right?
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and make another acrobatics check. This will be another contested one as you're jumping onto another head.
That was not good. Let me check my base. Did I reroll anything?
Can't really hear you.
Sorry, I'm just like reading through all my monk stuff, trying to see if I have a way to make this roll better.
Are you... I can see what you're doing, right? From far away?
Yeah.
And you just made an ability check?
Yes.
Yes.
I would like to use Flash of Genius, where I maybe see something helpful, like an angle, or like, hey, there's a weak spot right by your foot or something. And that adds +5 to your roll.
Okay.
I'm hoping that helps.
It does. That is 16 now.
16. It rolled a 17. So unfortunately, even with Winnie's a little addition there, I'm going to say you make the jump. You're not going to take any damage from this, but you kind of land in between the two necks, like in the muck of the swamp. You're not stuck there or anything, but this is difficult terrain because you're kind of like in mud. So the hydra, you almost like slip off of it. This is one of those, parkour ultimate ninja sort of deals, and you just like slipped off kind of into the murk there. So you're not like in any immediate danger aside from the fact that there's a hydra head right next to you.
Okay.
Anything else for your turn?
Is it close enough to hit?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I would like to use Flurry of Blows as my bonus action. And just to clarify, because it says I'm spending a key point to make 2 unarmed strikes.
You got it.
Okay. 17 to hit.
17 just hits.
The next one, the 11 for the other one. So
okay.
Poop. Okay, 3. I keep
3?
rolling
Okay.
a 1 on that 8. Get out of here.
Looking real rough, but this hydra head still coiling, I guess. Still undulating. It has noticed you, but is still quote unquote alive.
All right.
Anything else?
No, my defeat of the first head, I just got more frantic and just started doing worse and worse, and no specificity to my punches. Yes.
With that, we are at Acacia's turn.
The hydra that is near Proximus, I would like to manifest one of my psionic blades, please, and throw it at that one, please.
Okay.
Where's my D&D Beyond? Why do you suck sometimes? That is a 13, but I think that misses.
13 does miss.
So I'm going to use one of my abilities called Homing Strikes. If you make an attack roll with your psychic blades and miss the target, you can roll a psionic energy die and add that number to the attack roll. And if it hits, I expend the die. So let's see how that goes. So it's an extra +4, so 17.
17 hits.
Yeah. So, and then I'm going to roll a bunch of d6s for my sneak attack and my blade. So yeah, you see me miss, but then my little blade does like a little actual like wrap around and comes back and like stabs it.
Little boomerang blade, absolutely.
It is. Oh, I just rolled 3 1s.
Okay.
Hold on, but it's a total of 20 points of damage.
20 points will take this head out, absolutely.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, what type of damage is this?
This is psychic damage.
Perfect.
And now that I have taken that one down, I would like to throw another one at the one Bridget is on.
Okay.
That is a 19.
A 19 hits.
And I would like to do... This one's a D4. Okay. Because this is my offhand bonus action one. And that is a total of 7 math.
Just enough to take that one out.
Okay, this feels too easy. Please tell me someone has fire.
Anything else for your turn, Acacia?
That is it.
Okay. So whipping one blade, having it miss, only to turn around, strike this head, again, thuds to the ground right next to Proximus, letting a little bit of mud splash out. There's a little tremor that goes to the ground. Turning out only to take out another head right next to Bridget. Bridget, this thing like lands at your feet. This huge neck landing almost on your toes. You're almost like squished between these two necks now. It is the Hydra's turn. The single-headed Hydra is going to... What is your movement? 40 feet. Okay. Seeing what Acacia just did, this Hydra is going to move its head to attack Acacia. So we are going to have a bite attack that is a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. And we're going to do... What was that? 2d10.
I'm going to use evasion. Not evasion,
Okay.
Uncanny dodge, or whatever the right one is.
Okay, so it's 15 points of piercing damage in total.
Is that halved?
And it is not halved, so I guess...
okay, 7.
7, yeah. 7 points of piercing damage. Okay. And since that is the end of its turn, and it has not taken any fire damage, we are going to duplicate some heads here.
I hate this. This is great.
I thought if we didn't cut it, it'd be okay.
No!
Unfortunately. So you took out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heads. So you should have 11 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, wait.
9. We should have 9.
You should have 9. Yeah, I'm sorry, because you took out 4 heads. Took out 4 heads. That's 8 plus the one existing. So there are now 9 Hydra heads, all that have... So you all watch. To describe this in graphic detail, please use your content cards, your safety cards if needed. The heads you've all taken down begin to like thrum slightly, almost like death convulsions, and you would watch near the base where the vertebrae would be. There seems to be this almost like this cleaving, like cell cleavage of these 2 nodules that split from this scaly skin and erupt, and almost like watching these things grow into maturity and fast pace, and as time is speeding by, these 2 heads become full, mature, draconic Hydra heads. Same teeth, same drooling acid from their maw, and same just like pale light, like sentienceless eyes that are bearing down on all of you. We're going to go to Scarlet.
I have to move closer. All right. I wanted to stay in safety. But, here we are. I think that's close enough. Yeah. I would like to cash banishment.
Okay. What is the save on that?
17, it's charisma.
Okay. So this thing has advantage for every head. I know.
The fuck?
Fortunately, it does have a -2 on its charisma.
I wouldn't invite it to a party.
No, especially not after this.
Scarlet,
So many snacks.
you would watch as you cast banishment on this, like, if Disney's Hercules level of Hydra where we're at right now. I mean, these heads are like twisting around each other, snapping at each other for the meal that is your party. And you would watch as channeling this dark magic that has been given to you by your patron, it blinks right out of your existence. Like the footsteps in the mud, the footprints in the mud are still left there as like water is now filling them in. It's gone from your existence for 60 seconds.
60 seconds. And it's
You'll have-
concentration. So I'm
You'll
literally
have 60
holding.
seconds. So Scarlet can't really do much right now. The rest of you have 60 seconds. So essentially, we're going to do 10 you have 10 turns to do something. We're going to go in order. Tell me if you have 10 things you would like to do to prepare. You can move. You can do anything that would be 10 turns worth of stuff. So Proximus, you have 10 turns worth of stuff to do.
Before we get to that, I'm just Scarlet
Yes.
standing there. Just someone figure it out, please, before this gets worse. You have a minute.
First off, we need to know how to kill this thing. What am I doing wrong?
Fire!
That was
You
scary.
need to do fire.
Okay. Fire only?
Fire will keep it from regenerating.
Okay. Bridget, how hurt are you?
I'm good.
Real quick, with my 27 on the whole, like, is it a Hydra
Sure.
check, would I know, like, does fire affecting the body, I know the heads are, like, ideal, but if the body takes fire damage, is that also, like...
So Winnie, I will,
good thing?
with a 27, I'm going to give you like the cheat sheet on dealing with Hydras. 27 is a pretty high roll.
Hell
You're
yeah.
gonna
Let's-
get
I'm just, like, broadcasting my Hydra knowledge to everyone, so,
You're just like word vomiting, like
Yeah,
stream
you,
of
you
consciousness.
got you got the Nintendo Power walkthrough on Iron Scale Hydras. This thing has an AC of 17.
Nintendo Power for the kids at home is a no. Go ahead.
They're not watching. Don't worry.
Right.
Okay,
This
AC
thing
17.
has an AC of 17. It is immune to acid, resistant to lightning. It can like the heads themselves are what's really moving. This thing is very slow on its feet, but it has very long necks, which almost like telescope out of the body. You don't want to cut it. If you do, you're gonna get splashed like a xenomorph. And if this thing loses a head, it needs to take fire damage, or you're gonna have 2 more heads in its place.
Okay.
That's like, yeah, it doesn't have a lot more just besides like being big, being able to bite, and having acidic blood. But that's been enough because, you know, not a lot of people are carrying fire damage around, especially in a world of ocean.
So each head needs to take fire damage.
If it takes fire damage at all before the end of its turn, it does not regenerate 2 heads.
Hell yeah. Okay. And are we doing our 10 things in 60 seconds in order, or can I just...
I figured if you all want to work together on stuff, that's great. I just figured for the sake of making sure we get everybody, we would go in turn order. So if you all want to do stuff together, that's fine. I just want to make sure we get everybody's stuff.
So target the body. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I'm saying I want to use my war crime I didn't get to do before, and don't look at me like that, Acacia. I want
You
to...
specifically used the term war crime.
Well, that's what we decided it was. I would like to, if we think it'll work, do a little fire grease combo kind of down on the body.
I take out a bottle of oil.
Whitney,
Okay.
I don't say this often, but I trust you. Do whatever.
Okay, I want to cast grease.
Grease.
I would also like to chuck my bottle of oil to
Yeah.
assist Winnie in getting a nice
Oh.
spread of fire.
That's a good idea. Do I have oil? And actually, that saves a spell slot because we can just toss it.
Don't you have an alchemy jug?
Did you bring it?
Yeah.
Alchemy Joy, I think, has oil, doesn't it?
It does.
Oh, it does have a quart of. Yes. Yes, it does. A quart of oil.
Just screaming in the mind link. Alchemy drug, Wendy. Alchemy drug.
So that's an action, apparently, unless I'm misreading that.
Yeah. The alchemy jug's like every vial is going to be a jug. Or sorry, the alchemy jug as well as every vial is going to be a turn. I would also warn you that this is just like a little thing of oil, and this is a gargantuan creature. If you want, like,
10
That's
feet
fine.
It's 10 feet of grease
okay, that's
that I'm casting.
perfectly fine. I'm just saying, if you want to replicate, the burning river of Cleveland, you're gonna need to kind of spread it out a little.
We need Winnie's rum from the ship.
Okay, and just for next time, I think I should be allowed to have alchemist fire. Like, that's my new project. Just letting y'all know.
You
Whatever.
want-
We can work on napalm.
It
Absolutely.
is
Yeah.
offensive. I don't already have it. And if I can just light that on fire with my tinderbox instead of a spell, that'd be super great.
You can. It only burns for one turn. Is the
I
whole
will
thing.
wait until the 60-second
Okay.
mark.
So go ahead and you have control of making paint and all that. Go ahead and show me where you're making your 10 feet, and then where you're making, I will say, like every 5 foot square, you'd be able to make another like bit of fire with every one of your vials. So you got 10 turns worth. Just be fair with it, and show me where that stuff would pop up.
I need to check what's concentration and what isn't. Someone else, like, meditate on whatever you're doing.
So when he's doing that, Proximus, what are you up to?
Proximus is going to move closer to everyone as long as you end 110 in my 30 feet from me. You will get temporary hit points, and I will roll for it. 10 temporary hit points. I don't know if you still have them, Acacia.
Yeah. Yeah, and just for anyone who gets them, it's 10 from 0, so they don't stack. So just as a reminder for everyone.
And that's
Right.
So if you
within-
still have,
Sorry, go
so
ahead.
it refreshes back up to 10 for anyone in range.
In range was how many feet?
30.
Michael, anything else for Proximus's turn?
Turns.
Turns, I should say. Anything else you want to do? Like anywhere you want to kind of position up? Anything else you want to prepare?
Is Bridget still like standing in the mud?
And yeah, I mean, we're
Yeah,
gonna
she
get to
would've
Bridget
fallen,
here momentarily,
unfortunately.
but
Yeah,
but
no,
Bridget's
that's
going
all I
be-
want to do. If she comes to shore, then I'm going to lay on hands and heal her. I don't know how far you're down, but I have 30 points, so whatever you need.
Yeah, Day, if you want to just ping the spot wherever you want Bridget to move, I will move her there.
I'm gonna go next to Acacia. No, it's not
Oh,
letting me ping.
Okay.
Does anyone
like,
have a magic
right there.
fire spell cantrip?
I have
I
fireball
do.
and 4th level, and
Okay.
I have
So, yeah.
firebolt.
So what I would like to do, Derek, during my turn is I would like to
Mhm.
grab stick
Mm-hmm.
and ask Scarlet to set the end on fire for me.
I guess that is a cantrip, so she would be able to do that with
Mhm.
concentration. Okay. So yes, you would be able to create a torch in this time. And I'm sorry, Bridget, did you want to do anything else to prepare? Did you also want to get a torch? Did you want to, I mean, hell, within 10 turns, you could probably build a somewhat decent bonfire, depending on, rolls and stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna move to that spot. I
Sure.
want to hold drinking my boldness potion, elixir of boldness, until like right when it reappears. I'd like to drink it.
You got it?
And then, okay, I didn't realize, is there wood around?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it's kind of that like wet, soggy wood. I would say you've been on this island long enough. You've built fires out of this stuff. If anyone was going to do it, it's going to be you.
Okay, I will look,
You can probably even grab
around to build.
There's
one
a
of
zombie
my...
not far of you. You can grab some rags off that zombie.
Yes. I will look around to build a bonfire, and I will also douse zombie rags with whatever alcohol is still on my body.
Oh my god, that's right. We're all just literally scrambling as fast as we can in this 60 seconds.
I'm going to make a little bonfire right there for you, just a 5-foot bonfire. So that little red
yelling
circle for you.
commands.
And then I'd also like to take the torch out of my backpack and light it.
You got it.
We're doing some Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom bullshit with torches right now.
Something like that. As long as y'all aren't making mech suits and stuff like that, that's all I care about.
No, we don't do that.
Molotov.
We've actually been over this.
No.
We covered this in first season. Molotov doesn't exist in this world. It's an acacia cocktail. We established that.
Right.
Where's Arson Greg when you need him?
Right?
Indeed.
But yes, Eva,
really?
I have a thing for Molotovs and TTRPG.
Acacia, is there anything else you want to do with your turns?
Maybe just using my torch to try and get like a couple smaller fires going just in case, honestly.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a luck check, and we'll see how well you can get some stuff burning. Because like I said,
Sure.
you're in the swamp. It's not exactly the most fire conducive.
I will roll just straight up D20.
Straight up D20.
Oh, 12. Not bad.
Not bad. I would say you're able to get probably like one decent fire going with the 12. Like another one almost catches if you had just a little bit more time, maybe. Where would you want that fire to go?
I would like it spread out, so a little. I'll ping it on the map super quick. Probably like over here.
So like a little 5-foot one, like right here.
Yeah.
That work?
Just so we have two in relative proximity.
Sure.
I have a question.
Please.
I have darts. Can those
Yes.
be set on fire?
Sure. You know what? Why not? Because darts can literally be anything. You can style a weapon however you want. If you want your darts to look like shuriken and you want to set those on fire, I'm not going to stop you.
That'd be cool.
I'm a cool dad. Well, yes, you may absolutely do that.
Thanks, Dad.
Hey, what am I here for if not for flaming shuriken? It's Pride Month.
Happy Pride, everybody!
Yeah.
Else
Hell yeah.
that
Happy
any of
Pride.
you wanted to do, because we're coming up right to that 60-second mark. Scarlet is barely able to hold the dimensional gate close as this thing is trying to break its way back into the material plane.
I think we're definitely set on a little bit of fire damage, at least for this next round. I feel pretty good about it.
I mean,
You
let's
gotta-
be real. The small hope of this isn't of this plane was real when I cast banishment.
Oh yeah.
Proxy,
Oh,
do you
yeah.
have Fireball?
I have Fireball. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm definitely gonna aim for
A chunk.
all of the oil that you put on there. I am going to shoot a fireball at it when it comes back around my turn.
Okay.
My 3 blue rings are my grease spots. And then I'm hopefully setting them on fire with this 5-foot round of flaming sphere.
I would also.
I will say, yes, please.
I was just gonna say I would like to throw like my oil flask, like I don't know, like right where I'm pinging.
Okay.
Oh, who wants
That
my
works.
oil? Because I would send little Jeffrey over. I can just give a quart of oil to Acacia to add to her plan.
Pile.
Her pile
This
of
is just
oil.
mostly to help
Gross.
things go up in flame quicker.
Yeah,
Honestly.
yeah.
So, Winnie, I will say that you can do that because we're essentially going to go back to, the regular turn order. So, Proximus, Winnie, Brigid, Acacia, you will all get a turn basically right before this thing pops back into existence. Let's
Now, is
see.
radiant damage?
Not
That
fire
won't.
What about it?
That won't matter.
It's not
Right.
fire damage.
Right.
Because I have also have
yeah.
radiant damage.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to give this thing 1d4 fire damage based on a 5-foot space. So, Winnie, you essentially are going to do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'll be generous, say 20 points of plus acacias, so 21 d4 points of fire damage. So if you would like to roll that, that's what it's going to take when it pops back into existence. 21d4. I understand. $46. Okay.
That's
so
solid.
I will take
Not nothing.
pretty solid. Okay. All right. So, okay.
Oh, I was muted. I said 46. But yeah.
46. 46 points of fire damage. Cool. So, let's switch up this music a little bit as you all have gotten a little piratey on this and a little smart with it. Okay. So, as the flames ignite, you would watch as this creature pops back into existence, now illuminated beneath and around by this fire it has suddenly found itself in. All of these heads roar in synchrony, just this horrible sound like war horns all bellowing through these long, like shifting necks. They all don't know where they've been, but have found themselves back, with their prey now in slightly different positions. And as they get their bearings, we're going to go back to top of the order. So these things pop back. Scarlet, your concentration breaks, and they come back through. Proximus, what would you like to do?
Proximus is going to shoot 40 feet straight up into the air where he's at right now. And he is going to shadow breathing. I had to find it. Ninth form, collapse of the flowing flame, and he's going to shoot fireball at 4th level at the body.
Okay.
Right Shia. Oh, I don't know.
Go for it.
Does that ping?
I mean, if you're hitting the body, you're going to hit the body. But what's the save for it?
DC 17, I believe it's a dex. Yep.
That does... That's a terrible die. That does not succeed.
Oh.
Fuck it up, fuck it up.
Oops. I lost a die. Off the desk. As I'm adding this 9d6, go ahead. That's
Okay.
my turn.
Winnie.
Could you let me know which heads were affected by the fire?
You kind of had them aimed at the body, so in a sense, all of them. This thing kind of has it has a pool of health for each head, and then it has a pool of health overall. So
Okay.
It essentially regains health every time it gets, a couple more heads pop up. That adds to the overall pool, and if you take a head out, it comes out of the overall pool as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it has only just come back, so I'm trying to think of when this would... No, it's fine. I would like to... Can I hold my action until after its turn?
Yeah.
Actually, no. I would like to hold my action of healing word in this next round if anyone is significantly damaged. And I don't know why I'm still here. I would also like to move back a little bit. That's going to provoke an attack, isn't it?
Sorry, I was muted. Yeah, if you move anywhere, you are going to have a 2, I think, reaction attacks on you. Yes.
Okay.
I think it's 1 per head.
Then I will stay here and I will just hold a healing spell for if anyone is smooshed.
Okay, so if anybody gets damaged by the time of your next turn, you're going to cast Healing Word. And if nobody gets damaged, you're going to lose the turn. Fair?
Yes.
Okay. With that, Brigid, it is your turn.
Okay, so I drank my elixir of boldness. I have a question though, because it gives me temporary hit points, but Proxy being near him gives me temporary hit points. So how does that work?
I think those stack. I think
They don't stack.
They
Temporary
don't
points
stack.
do
You
not
gotta
stack.
choose one or the other.
Choose what?
Yeah.
So then
Alright.
I'll choose this
Wait.
one because it doesn't go away.
It's probably higher. Yeah.
Just default go with the highest one.
Yeah.
I didn't think they stacked. I just knew his was proximity based. So I
Mm-hmm.
didn't know how that worked.
Now the name makes sense, right?
Yes. And then did you say you healed me? I don't. That was
Yeah. Where were you at before?
I've been next to Acacia since the.
No. I mean.
My hit points. I
yeah.
was down 11.
Okay, I healed you 11. You're up to.
Right. Thank you.
It's healing words, or it's a lay on hands, so it's like I could heal you for 30.
I don't need it.
Yeah.
I wish. Thank you. Okay, so then I'm going to try. I'm going to try throwing a flaming dart at this thing's face.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Well, I guess I can throw 2, can't I? 'Cause I go twice. Yes. All right. First flaming dart is not gonna hit. That was a 10. Oh wait. Plus S13 is still not enough. That is 18, 19, 20, 21 to hit.
That'll do it.
Mm-hmm. And then that is 6 points.
6 points.
Flaming
Okay.
dart damage.
Awesome. So yes. What do your darts look like? Are they like shuriken? Are they like, darts that you might throw at a pub? What does this look like for Brigid? Every monk is different.
I whittled them myself from the wood, and they're pointy and small, and I throw them at birds.
Terrifying. Wonderful. And one of these flaming goes right in between like the rivets of the scales of this hydra, and you can kind of see like the flame almost catching in its noxious kind of air around it. Awesome. Okay, so
And I'll just kind of like try and blow that bonfire closer to it.
anything else for your turn?
No, that's it.
Cool. With that, Acacia.
No one getting within melee distance is really fucking with my sneak attack. I just need to say this.
I mean, Proximus is
He's
within
40
melee.
feet in the air.
Oh, okay.
I can get closer.
Little
next
Jeffrey
time.
over.
No, it's you all got to do that on your turns. But anyway, I'm seeing that there's no way for me to get an advantage in attacking with my knives. I would like to raise my staff and cast a guiding bolt.
Sure.
Oh God, what is the? I don't know what the spell attack bonus is. It's fine. Oh, I rolled a nat 1. I would like to use an advantage. One of my
may
advantages,
do so.
please. Oh, I don't think that's high enough. 1 second. So it is 8. That is a 16.
16 just barely misses.
Fuck. I curse.
That is a free action.
I don't think I can do anything else. Nothing, not with my
Okay.
my rest of my turns. So
Okay. It is the Hydra's turn. It is not going to regain any more heads, but it is going to make some attacks. Winnie, you are going to take 2 attacks. Acacia, you are going to take 2 attacks. And Brigid, you are going to take, let's see, 1 attack. Proximus, you are 40-something feet in the air. No, I'm sorry. So 2 to Winnie, 2 to Acacia, 1 to Brigid. So for Acacia, one in the wrong order. Winnie. For Winnie, that is a 14 and a 17. Do either of those hit you? I can't remember your AC.
No.
Okay. For Acacia, that is a 24 and a 27.
yeah, I'm gonna use the of uncanny dodge on the first one, please.
Okay. And then for Brigid, that is a 21. So Acacia, you are going to take... what is that? That is 16 plus 6. So 23 divided by 2. What can I do math in my head? Like 11. You're going to take 11 points of piercing damage. And Brigid, you are going to take...
Derek, it's only half on the first attack.
That was the first attack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I'll do Brigid's. I'll come back to you. So Brigid, you will take 12 points of piercing damage, and then Acacia, your second attack is 7 plus 6, 13 points. And that is it for its turn. I'm going to move some more of these heads to try to get a little bit better range here, and they're going to be kind of swarming over themselves. But let me... I'm going to say that this head in particular is going to try to rise up to get to Proximus. Okay.
Does
yes.
that trigger the flaming sphere because it didn't move out of the way?
Where is your flaming sphere? Which one is the flaming sphere?
This little one right here that I can't ping.
Sure. Its body has not moved out of the range of the flaming sphere. So yes.
It's a dex 17.
Okay. Rolled an 18. I know. Did not expect it to. Does it still take damage?
Oh, it does. It takes half.
Yep.
And Acacia takes 13 points of healing because that also triggers my last turn held, whatever.
Okay.
So it does take half as much damage, which I'm going to add 5 to because of my alchemical savant, what have you, making it 10 total fire damage.
Okay, 10 in total. Perfect. So this thing has its heads all wrapping, coiling around themselves, taking bites at you. You essentially negated one of its attacks, but still these jaws, many of them freshly made, like giant puppy teeth, are very sharp, and you all have kind of felt this bite. Cool. With that, it is Scarlet's turn. We'll come back
That
around.
it is. And I would like to cast Firebolt to the one that is going after Proximus.
You got it.
That is a 17 on the die to hit.
That'll hit.
Is 3d10 fire damage. 19 points of fire damage.
Okay. Hell yeah. All right, this one's looking pretty roughed up then. Anything else for your turn?
No, I'm at a safe distance. I'm going to stay where I'm at. I love being ranged.
We kind of went from one battle to another. Are you still in your otherworldly guys?
It only lasts a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. With that, then Proximus, we are back to you. So you watch as this Hydra head has kind of, King Ghidorah like is coming right up at you with jaws open. It takes a blast of fire from Scarlet, but still seems undeterred with these pale white eyes that are bearing down at you, up at you. What would you like to do?
Proximus is still focused on the body. Yeah, he saw all of these heads coming at him, and I'm over this. So he is going to again collapse of the flowing flame and cast fireball, and then I am going to use 2 sorcery points to haste another fireball. 1 at 4th level and 1 at 3rd level. You just see like 1, 2 fireball, boom.
Like a double Hadouken, absolutely. Okay.
Yes.
What's the save for fireballs?
17 dex.
Okay. Nope. Go ahead and do those 2 fireball attacks, please.
I keep losing die because I throw so many. All right, I'm gonna add all these up. It's gonna take me a minute. So,
okay. While Proximus is doing that, Winnie.
Sorry.
I would like to send little Jeffrey over to this head and do another little shock and grasp.
Okay. Just so you are aware, the lightning spells it is resistant to them, so they do half damage. Just in case you did want to use another. It is.
Is it not still in water? I thought it canceled each other out.
It will cancel it out. Yeah, I'm just letting you know that it's not going to do like double damage or anything like that.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, thank you. 25.
To hit or damage?
To hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, and it's 11 damage.
Okay. All right, that head also looking kind of decently rough. I mean, you all have shocked these things before. 54 fire damage from Proximus. You would see, like, you all can... Please, Winnie.
Just gonna say, little Jeffrey looks very disappointed that he didn't kill this head.
Jeffrey's disappointed he didn't do a murder. That's great. He's murdered so many before. Your poor little robot. You're such a Frankenstein. So proud of your little murder bot. Proximus with 54 fire damage. All of you would see is like a shockwave goes through this thing. Like the necks all kind of coil and shock as you watch the legs are almost buckling. That was quite a bit of damage for this thing to take. Great. With that, Winnie, anything else for your turn?
I feel like I've tried this before and I don't remember how we ruled. If I teleport, does that provoke an attack of opportunity?
No.
Then I would
No, in the same way that Proximus's like Shadow Step didn't do it. Yeah. Teleport does not.
I'm gonna click my heels and I'm going to come back over here. And I wish I'd thought of that before.
Okay. Great. Anything else for your turn?
From here, I'm going to move back a little bit further, just to be darn sure I'm out
Just
of the way.
really get that range. Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. With that, Brigid, it is your turn again.
All right. I'm going to aim at that. I'm gonna bonk it. I'll step around the fire to this head in front of the fire.
The one right in front of you?
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna give it the good old 1-2 bonk with my staff.
Bonk away.
Bonk, bonk. Okay, that is 25 to hit.
Hell yeah.
And I rolled the same thing, 25 to hit. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, maybe this other D8 will be nice. Quarterstaff. 6 and 6. 2d6 again. I apparently like to roll the same thing twice.
Okay, so 12 points of damage?
Total. Yes.
Okay. Does that get any bonuses from your dex or anything?
No. Not that I knew of. Or wait, was it? Unless
It should have something on your character sheet right next to your staff that says whatever it's plus. So if it's 2d6s or 2d8s, it'll say plus.
I added that.
Oh, perfect. Okay,
I was
so 12 and
4s plus 2. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So perfect. That Acacia, we're back to you.
Perfect. I would like to. Which one? It looks out of the two hydras that are near Brigid. Which one looks more hale?
The one to Brigid's right is going to be more healthy than the one on the left that just took the bonks. Within your range specifically, the one to your left that was going after Proximus, that is the one that has taken the most damage out of all of them.
So I'm going to go for the one that is attacking. Well, that's in Brigid's range.
Sure.
This one right here. I'm going to throw another knife at it.
Sure.
That is a dirty 20.
That'll do it. Hell yeah.
Okay, and I'm going to roll a bunch of dice to smack it. For 6 plus 5. That's 27 points of damage.
Finally getting that sneak attack.
Yes.
Okay.
How does that look?
Real rough.
Then I'm going to throw a second one at it.
Okay.
Which is a 17 on the die.
Yeah, that'll do it.
For 8.
Acacia has taken out one more head.
Let's go.
And that's the one I got fire on, right? Fire dart?
Well, technically, they all have fire on them
Yeah.
at this point. So none of them... Yeah, you're not regenerating... It's not regenerating any heads on its next turn. Because you all have basically just been incinerating this poor thing. This poor animal, this poor native creature.
It is a blight upon
It literally
nature.
devoured the entire island. And
Yeah. This entire island needs to go under a controlled burn.
This is like this is a toad in Australia. It's not great. Okay, so with that, well done, Acacia. Anything else for your turn?
No, that's it.
Cool. Well, I guess the Hydra's turn. So Hydra for Scarlet. Let's have some Hydra attacks. So we're gonna have. Let's look at ranges here. No, don't move. I want you back where you were. And I want that. Nope, this one. Just enough. Okay, so we're gonna have one attack on Brigid, one attack on Proximus, one on Acacia. Yeah, I think that's all we're gonna be able to get, and then probably one on Jeffrey. Okay. So Brigid, the attack on you is a 12. I don't think that hits.
Just nuts.
The attack on Proximus is a 27. The attack on Acacia is an 11. I don't think that's going to hit. And lastly, Jeffrey, a 15. So let's do some damage here. So Brigid, that did not hit. Acacia, that did not hit. Proximus, it did. Proximus, you are going to take 18 points of piercing damage. Jeffrey is going to take also 18 points of piercing damage.
He falls to the ground. His light
He sure
dims.
does. You keep putting him in melee combat, despite the fact that we have talked about how he has a pretty decent ranged attack.
No.
Yes.
Does he? Really?
Yeah. All homunculuses have a ranged attack. They have a little pew pew.
Yeah, but it's like it's not as good as some of the other touch stuff.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Well,
I'll fix him. I'll make him
but Derek
better.
is not lying. That's what he said.
fuck around. Find out.
Fine.
All right. We're going to move some more Hydra heads and kind of get them all grouped up here.
Can it also make it... The Hydra itself is not moving.
It's not. So it's going to take that. Its body is pretty lumbering, and like I said, kind of using its heads. Its body was never meant to move. So yeah. Please take those body shots. Let me roll the save again. It did not succeed. So go ahead.
Yeah.
What is the full damage of that flaming spear?
Full damage is 16.
16. Okay. Okay, looking pretty rough, all things told. More as a whole than individual heads. Still, some heads have definitely taken some damage, which contributes to that overall pool. With that, Scarlet, it is your turn. I will say this thing has taken fire damage thanks to Winnie and that continuous flaming sphere, so you don't need to worry about using Firebolt.
Where is Jeffrey? Is he down beside me?
Jeffrey.
I dropped him below, like off the map. I can't see him because he's incapacitated. He's
okay.
Yeah,
I was making sure he wasn't.
X on him and move him right up here.
I was making sure he wasn't.
Oh, thank you.
Is he still in harm's way?
No, he's out of commission, so
Yeah.
can't really be harmed.
And he can't be like
Killed. Okay, I'm just making sure when he doesn't lose Jeffrey again.
Oh no, I'll bring him back bigger, better than before.
This is like
Okay.
Jeffrey Mark V at this point anyway, so.
I'm gonna. What do I want?
He's died more than Proximus has at this point.
If there's already been fire damage, I'm just gonna do Firebolt again.
Okay.
I'm just scared anything else I do isn't gonna be effective.
I mean, Winnie kind of got the lowdown and did convey that to you. So if you can throw something, and I'm happy to give you an intelligence check if you're worried about something being effective.
You know what? No, I'm gonna cast Blight on it.
Okay.
It's a necrotic. It is a Constitution save of 17.
Okay. It does have a +6 to con.
Ugh.
And it rolled a 10, so that's a 16.
Haha! I'm gonna use D&D Beyond roll for that, because that's 9d8. That's 38 points of necrotic damage to the body.
38 points of necrotic damage.
No, I would have had to move for that, so I am gonna move myself closer.
Okay. So you all, especially those of you closer, like this thing is already giving off an acrid kind of like acidic smell to it. I mean, hydras, again, are not a natural part of the environment. They are these aberrations. You know, they're technically monstrosities, but still they corrupt the environment around them. And as you like see this blight smack against this creature, and you start to see like some of the scales start sloughing off. It's literally rotting with this necrotic damage to its skin and its defenses, and that smell kind of gets that sickly sweet kind of deathly note to it. Fantastic. Okay, anything else for your turn, Scarlet?
No.
Great. We then are back to the top of the order with Proximus.
Oh, how is the body looking?
Real rough. Definitely a lot rougher than it has been for a while. You know, like I said, it has so many hit points for each head. So like when it popped up all its additional 8 heads, it kind of rejuvenated in a certain sense.
Right.
You've taken almost all of that away.
Okay, I am going to fly 40 feet at...
Also, I should note, with all the smell and everything, you're kind of getting like a cooking smell because when he's literally barbecuing this thing's ribs.
Oh, yeah, for
sphere.
sure. There's been so much fire, and it's like a swamp already, so...
It is charred. I did not mean to interrupt you, Michael. Please, continue.
Smells great. But Proximus is going to rush 40 feet towards the body. I'm going to fly in. I'll move my character. I know that I'm taking attacks of opportunity here. So run that shit, son.
Yeah, let's see how many you're gonna take. Because
2,
that's
3.
1, 2. Yeah, I would say 3. Okay.
3.
Those both are going to hit. And okay, so 3 hits. I will add those up. Go ahead and describe what you're doing for your turn.
Okay. As he's flying, it's ocean breathing. He's going to bring his glaive up real high, and he's going to spin. And as he lands on the body, he's going to 11th form personas rage ×2, and he's going to hit divine smite. That's a 22 to hit.
That'll do it.
And a 18 to hit.
That'll do it. And you were taking
Okay.
40 points of piercing damage.
40 points. Oh, I love it. It makes me
glad.
feel alive. And then I am going to, divine smite at 3rd level twice. So I will add that up.
Okay. So Proximus, on like a strafing run, like a World War II oceanic battle, you are swooping through these heads as they're
I love that
snapping at
analogy.
you. A couple of them grab you. I mean, yeah, you're flying down. You're like, I guess you're like a Namor comic from the golden age of
That
Marvel.
is
You literally
exactly what I was
you
picturing.
have winged boots. I know the comic cover. I couldn't tell you what it is. Yeah, you're a guy from the bottom of the ocean with winged boots. You're essentially Namor. You're a Namor Mandalorian, I think, is what we've established. Swooping between these heads. A couple of them get bites, only to charge up this attack, strike with it. We'll get to your damage in a moment. Winnie, what would you like to do?
Winnie would like to, with one hand, trident in one hand, gesture at the closest head, which I don't think I can ping. I can ping it, that one. And would like to cast a web on it.
Okay.
Via her
Ooh.
stored spell, so that she doesn't have to worry about
Sure.
any of that.
What is the save for that?
Dex for
Roll to 1.
Welp. Sucks to be that head.
That head in particular.
And I will note, I don't think I can do anything about it, but it is flammable. And it
Okay.
is restrained. The head is.
Okay, so that head in particular is restrained. Okay.
Oh, and it reaches 20 feet. So if there's a chance I can get the other head.
I would say you're able to get, if you want, you can get 3 heads here. I think that's
Heck yeah.
all within, yeah.
Just web them all together.
You can get 4 heads in total if you want.
Heck yeah. Gosh, I keep thinking, I know it's 5 feet. I keep thinking it's way bigger. And I will, it's not a lot, but I will, in our mind link, just say like, that's a little extra fire damage if anyone can set that alight. Or keep them restrained. I don't care. That's all I got.
The
Okay.
spider webs are extremely flammable.
Yeah, it's 2d4.
Right. So, Winnie, you have webbed up 4 heads, literally like Spider-Man, stuck these things all together. Like they were all kind of coiling around each other, and now they're like fighting to pull each other apart.
Sort of,
And are kind of snapping at each other, web getting caught in their teeth, closing their jaws. Proximus did 62 points of
62
slashing
points,
damage.
13 was slashing. Yeah, and then the
Okay.
rest was,
Okay.
radiant damage.
Proximus, you are going to take, 16 points of acid damage with that slashing. As when you go to cut into it, it literally like a fountain, just all this acidic xenomorph hydra blood comes splashing at you and just kind of covers you for a moment. Still, excellent damage that you did on it. So, in total, 75. All right. With that, Winnie, anything else for your turn?
No, I'm good.
Then we are at Brigid.
I'm going to try and get some flying flaming darts at that spider web.
Yes, absolutely.
Alrighty.
Winnie, does it say in web how much damage it does if it catches on fire?
Wait, I have luck. Going to re-roll that.
Cool.
Okay, so yeah, that's 18 plus 6 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And where did you go? 1d4 plus 2. 4 total damage. What TT's on
Okay.
fire?
And then, Winnie, you said 2d4 as well? Okay. This thing has 4 heads, so we're going to call this 8d4. So, Day, if you want to add 8d4 to that attack.
Okie dokie. I will also. Oh no! How do you subtract them? Oh god! On d20. Oh, the other button. 8.
Okay, so
8d4.
8d4, yes.
She's rolling. 18.
18. And sorry, your original attack's damage was
4.
okay. 22 points in total. Nice. All right.
And then I'm going to spend a Q point to do Flurry of Blows on the one in front of me.
Oh yeah.
Tap him in the nose.
It's looking real rough.
Okay, yes, that's another 18 plus 6 for the first
Yep.
one. And then a 13 plus 6.
Yeah, both will hit.
Okay. D8. 7, 8, 9. 9 for the first one. 7 for the second one.
Okay, so 14 in total.
9 plus 7?
9 plus 7, I'm sorry, misheard you. So 16 in total. Okay, so... Cool. You have taken... Oh, not the thing I wanted to do. You have taken this head out.
Screaming.
Full halfling rage. Monkish rage, I guess
Monkish
is...
halfling rage.
It's there's a zen to it.
Halfling.
Great. Okay. With that, anything else for your turn?
Just more screaming.
Always a free action. Acacia, it is your turn.
Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run up behind Brigid. Just kind of like rear over her as I'm going to attack the one that's right in front of her.
Do it.
With my Psychic Blades. It will
Welcome
let
up.
me. I got an 18 on the dice, so that's going to be a lot of d6 as I sneak attack it. That is going to be... yes. 24 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah.
Still up.
Still up. This is psychic damage, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do another attack with my bonus action since I use Psychic Blades.
Go for it.
That is a crit.
Okay.
It's only 2d4 plus 5. It's fine. Total 10.
10. Nice. I would say that this thing is probably not going to last another full round.
Good.
Anything else for your turn?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Well, as this thing has a few heads left, let's see if it maybe can do some damage here. Let's see who's within range. Acacia and Brigid definitely are. Okay, those are all webbed up. Those can't reach anybody. Ooh,
Well,
we
the
got one on
webs got
Scarlet.
burned away.
They did, but still, I don't think they're necessarily in range of... one of them's in range of Scarlet. So we have... Let's see, probably 2 on Brigid, 1 on Acacia, 1 on Scarlet. So, Brigid, you are going to have a 15 and a 29. I'm pretty sure both of those hit, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, both those hit. Sorry.
I was muted. I apologize.
No, you're good. I have 2 screens and it's never enough. I'm going to move you over there. Okay. So I will do damage for those in just a moment. Acacia, your 1 is a 19 and Scarlet a 14. So that does not hit Scarlet. That does hit Acacia. So let's get some damage rolled out. Day, your first one is 7 plus 6, so 13. The second one is 20, so 33 points of piercing damage in total. Acacia, your one is going to be 14 points of piercing damage.
I am going to definitely uncanny dodge that for 7.
You got it.
Total.
And then Proximus, I'm pretty sure I can get one on you too. So that's going to be a 27 to hit. And Proximus, you are going to take 26 points of piercing damage.
Yeah.
And that, I'm going to move some more heads around, but that is all it can do for this turn. I'm going to move some more to kind of swoop in towards Scarlet here. And really smush around Acacia and Brigger, really surround them good there. This one's going to try to move around the fires. And that is it for the Hydra's turn. So,
Can it make
Scarlet,
its
we are
dex
now at your turn.
Can it make its dex throw?
Yes. Dexterity save. Natural 20.
Oh,
So what is the half damage for that?
13. 9.
9 points. Cool. Scarlet, looking real rough. What would you like to do?
I'm too close. Ugh. Yeah, I will cast Blight again.
Okay.
6 Constitution 17.
On save a 17. Rolled a 17 on the die, and it does have a +6. So does it take half damage?
Yes.
Okay. What is half damage on that?
Half damage will be 13 necrotic.
13. Oh, so rough. Okay. Anything else for your turn?
Can I disengage and run away?
Can you do this as a bonus action?
That I actually don't know.
I doubt it, unless it's something.
I think
Unless you
rogues,
have 2
yeah.
actions, or unless that you took a level in Rogue. Okay.
I did not.
Unfortunately, no. You can run away with the 3 to 4 opportunity attacks, but I'm not going to tell you to live your life. With that, then we are back to top of the order with Proximus.
And the body is looking very rough. So
It's
am
all
I.
looking rough. Yeah,
We look rough together.
everyone's having a bad time.
Is there fire being used at any point? Because I'm going.
Winnie's
flashing.
Yeah,
Fuck
Winnie
this.
has a ball of fire, a flaming sphere that is continuously
right.
doing fire damage on it. So yes, that has kept a couple of heads from coming back at you.
So this is all happening so fast. I am getting splashed with acid and bit, and all these things are happening to me, and I'm just swinging twice again. Persana's Rage times 2. Oh, that's a nat 20. Fuck yeah. Okay. And that one is a 14, so that one doesn't hit. But
Okay, well the
I
20
will. Double that damage.
please. And what type of damage is it?
So we got radiant damage.
Is it all radiant, or is there slashing as well?
Yeah, there is some slashing from
Okay.
from the glaive itself. So that is 12 slashing damage, and oh, that's an 8. Yeah. $36 points total.
Okay.
Of radiant damage.
Okay. And then Proximus, with the slashing damage, you are going to take 14 points of acid damage again.
I
It's
don't like
it's a
that.
gusher. It's
Yeah,
loaded
yeah.
like a tick. Yeah.
As a Bonus action. I am going to use 2 sorcery points to haste a spell. And I am going to use my last spell slot at level 2 for a chromatic orb.
Okay.
A 19 to hit.
19 hits? Yeah, absolutely.
That's 48.
48.
Ooh,
Okay.
16. $27 points of fire damage.
Okay.
I think I've done enough math for this week. I'm done.
No more math for Mikyl for the rest of this session. On its last leg, head, whatever this thing uses to go around, this thing's looking incredibly rough. Winnie, anything for your turn?
Yes, please. I would like to web these foreheads. I think that
Okay.
should be ish.
Roll. What's the save?
I think we said 17.
17 dex.
I don't know if I actually. It is Dex.
Okay.
Yeah, last time you rolled a 1, so I don't think I got that.
So right, yeah.
Where'd it go? Dex 17.
I rolled a 15. It has a +0. They are webbed. Yeah. So Scarlet, with these jaws looming down at you, Winnie once again just whips this bunch of web onto these things, connecting them all again. Almost like, I have to imagine, since Winnie is an alchemist, it's like a glue bottle that just explodes all over all of them, and just kind of like this interconnected stickiness, this very flammable stickiness. Winnie, anything else for your turn?
Just through Mind Link again, just like, and they're still flammable.
With that, Brigid, we come to you. What would you like to do for your turn?
I would like to do the same thing and throw a flaming dart at the webs.
Please do.
Darts. That is a 19 plus 6 for 1 dart.
That will do it.
And a 14 plus 6 for another dart.
That'll do it.
Dart damage is 5 plus 4 for 9 dart damage.
I love when this happens. This happens weirdly a lot in this game. Brigid, this thing had 9 hit points in total left. Describe to me how literally being surrounded by several snakes all at once, these things coiling, trying to cut you and Acacia off from everybody else, these fires burning, this horrible smell, these teeth gnashing at you, webs and scales everywhere. With 2 darts, tell me how you fell this hydra.
So I don't even notice the smell because I've smelled so bad for so long. And the fire is reflecting in my eyes, and the wildness of my eyes is even a little more extreme than previously. And I take 2 darts out of my hair, and I just throw them at the same time, and I'm just like, die! And I throw them at a very extreme about it. And I'm ready to hit another one in the face if I need to. And I just watch it go up in flames. And I imagine that all the heads catch on fire as a result of this. And
they absolutely do. Darts akimbo, like some sort of tiny drunken John Wick, you have completely taken out this gargantuan hydra. The webs ignite, the entirety of its form ignites, and you all feel the shockwave as all of the heads, again, synchronously thud to the ground. And with that, we are out of combat. And you all just kind of feel that moment of quiet for the first time. Even the insects have really stopped. And there's just silence on this island. Maybe the soft lapping of the slight current of this lake. And Brigid, you know that you have officially, formally saved your island. You have gotten revenge for your family, for the monastery that was once here. And it's your character, I'm not going to tell you, but I have to imagine that maybe a sense of peace might fall over Brigid for the first time.
Yeah, I think she kind of drops to her knees and then flops backward onto the ground and is just kind of like staring into space, like exhausted from battle and from everything that is all the emotions going through her. And she's just kind of like prone on the ground, dealing with all her feelings.
And with that, we are going to go ahead and go to break. It is that time anyway. So we will be back in about 10 to 15. Please take care of yourselves. Do the things, as we say. And yeah, we'll be back. Stick around. We appreciate you sticking around so far. We're going to get to the rest of our session, but we've got dogs to take out and stuff like that. So stick around. We'll be back.
Bye.
Vast and welcome back to Horizon's Call, everybody. Thanks for sticking around. I do want to say that this session in specific is in support of Project Hope. So should you find yourself able, please consider donating to Project Hope. Anything you're able to donate is much appreciated and does affect this game. It gives advantages and crits and black spots and all that kind of stuff. And even though we're probably done with combat for this session, I promise I can make things complicated, or at the very least, push it to next session. But I also have to sing a sea shanty. It says so in my contract. I signed it. I didn't read the whole thing. I should have hired a lawyer to help me. I didn't. So if we do get to the end, if somebody does donate a black spot, and even if we don't get to the black spot in this session, I promise we will next time, I will at least sing you the sea shanty. Okay, well, you all find yourselves post-combat. Day, you have described how Brigid has basically hit the ground, looking up to the sky. The rest of you would see as, you now have this gargantuan creature almost coiled around some of you, heads fallen in front of you, this noxious, last breath just propelled from its mouth. And it has fallen limp and it's quiet where you are. I would say, most of you have a decent passive perception. It's not even that hard to detect, especially Proximus, you're standing on it at this point. Its body starts to degenerate very quickly. It begins to age, corrupt, rot very, very quickly. And you kind of pick up on how this thing was able to generate heads so quickly. This life force in it, now gone, is causing it to degenerate just as quickly as it was able to produce these new, maturated heads. So if you all are looking to do anything with this body, I would say do it quickly.
I would like to retrieve some parts and stuff if I can. I would like to try some fangly danglies or sorry if this is gross, but
teeth and toenails.
With my earlier nature check, I don't know. Maybe I know there's certain parts that are better than others. If I can parlay that 25.
You would know the blood is acidic. The teeth are probably valuable. I would say, okay, with the hydra, you're probably going to get a couple of things out of this. The blood is acidic, but also if you get some of the scales, if you're able to get maybe some of the teeth, even if you're able to, again, not to be gross, but some parts of the brain, you would probably get something that would make a pretty good healing spell, because this thing is able to regenerate and generate so quickly and so ably that probably aspects of this thing would make a good healing spell, restoration spell, something along those lines. Again, if you have glass vials, you could also get the acidic blood, collect it in that.
I do have vials. I don't know how many.
Teeth, I'm not sure you're necessarily going to get anything out of teeth besides a cool necklace, or maybe you could sell them somewhere as hydra teeth. But yeah, the more valuable parts are going to be those scales, maybe some parts of, the internal organs, the brain, stuff like that.
Yeah, I'll focus on the, quote unquote important stuff, but I would like a few teeth too. And also, I would like to gather up little Jeffrey parts.
Teeth are for bragging
Sure.
rights.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with some dope giant
So many-
hydra
there's-
teeth.
A number of things that we could roll for this. We could say survival. We could say nature. We could technically even say medicine. We could say sleight of hand. Tell me what you would like to roll.
Hand, please.
We can do sleight of hand.
Thank you. For deftness. 19.
19. Okay. Yes. You're able to go, even as this thing is kind of rotting around you, collect pretty decent amounts of samples. We'll say that you're able to get 10 teeth. You're able to get a couple of vials worth of acidic blood, some scales, and are able to get even some of there's one of them that took a couple of the harder bludgeons from Brigid and has an open head wound. You're able to get some dura matter and some brain juices out of there as well. Really take this thing apart. Anything else anybody want to do? Because it is going quickly.
I'd just like to stand over Brigid and be like, how you doing?
I have a lot of feelings.
Do you need help getting up and moving?
Yeah.
Do you want me to just flip you over my back?
Yeah. That'd be nice.
I would like to gently pick up Brigid and get her on my back.
We have an almost
Whatever, when it's
therapist on the
comfortable.
ship.
I don't know what that means. Is it alcohol?
We have alcohol.
We do have alcohol.
It's the
All right.
quicker option.
If you walk by any of the monastery ruined pieces and I'm just gonna have my hand out and touch them as we go by, but I can't move. I'm just
Too tired.
I ain't battled like that in a long time.
As you're brushing your fingers along, some of the smooth rock, some of the broken rock of this monastery, you also notice something else. I'd say, Brigid, you kind of notice it tactfully before even the rest of you were able to pick it up through the rest of your senses. The forest, the jungle here, the island itself, as this hydra has near, it is rotting bone now that is falling back into the water. But it's almost like it's smoking, it's dissipating. And the forest itself, now rid of this magical pollutant, is itself healing in a very quick way. That you've taken this negative away and balance has been restored. And Brigid, the rot of some plant beneath your fingers literally sustains itself back into the full green that it should be, and this vine becomes vibrant once again, and flowers begin to bloom, and the trees, the rot seems to just literally just smoke away from it. Bark hardens again, and leaves become their full verdancy. And these flowers that you seem to see everywhere, these beautiful small white flowers, are just everywhere surrounding you. Where would you all like to go? Would you like to go back to the beach? Did you want to stay here? What's the plan?
I'd at least like to, as long as Brigid doesn't mind, I'm going to at least do a health check on the islands.
Okay.
I'm very curious to see what that means for Acacia.
I am as well. What does that mean?
I am just clearing my mind, just kind of attuning myself as best I can with nature, and just making sure everything is gone and everything is going to be okay. So it just kind of looks like me standing there with Brigid on my back, holding my staff and just listening.
Yeah. Acacia kind of hearing that song that tends to come from nature itself. It's louder, at least for Acacia, when it comes from the stars, but all of nature is connected in a sort of sonorous way. And Acacia, when you first came to this island, it was off tune, and the notes didn't match, and it was bad. It was corrupted.
Oh, you're
And
just slamming your hands on a piano.
Kind of. It was cacophonous. Absolutely. Now, yeah, absolutely. Harmony has been restored and balance, and like it is quiet in the way that nature never is actually quiet. Like when you go out in nature and just kind of is that ambience around you of insects and birds and fauna, and that seems to kind of come back all of a sudden to your ears picking it up first, and it's almost like it's deafening for a moment, I think, to you, until it kind of becomes that normal that it should be once again.
Island's gonna be okay.
Look! Just like pointing at the flowers. Things growing. So I'm like,
Oh my god, yes, Kaila, cicadas.
Please no.
Yes.
As we're kind of leaving the immediate area, Winnie would like to do two things. She's gonna fall back to the end of the group, or at least wait until she's at the end of the group. She would like to find a little rocky piece of masonry from the monastery.
Easy to do.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you want me to do a masonry check, I can.
Yeah, get at your masoners tools. Let's.
We'll deal with that later. And she would also like to uncork some of the, I think it's whiskey. One of the alcohol bottles. I think it's whiskey. Brandy.
You have several. Yeah.
Yes, the good stuff. And she'd like to pour a little bit of it, like pouring one out, so to speak, into the lake, and just say, I don't know if you helped, but thank you for looking out for your drunkest little warriors. And she'll cork it back up and toss it in her bag.
You did have some fine halfling brandy there for a while, so we can say
that seems fitting. Yeah,
it does.
Yeah, and then she'll scamper off to catch up with the group.
Yeah, and even standing in the water, you can see that the water itself is healing and clearing up, and it's becoming much less swamp-like. Like there's no longer a film on the top of it. It's becoming clearer. It's becoming more of like a lakefront than the front of a swamp. Okay, so I'm sorry. Where are we all heading? You can absolutely camp here. You can head back to the ship. You can head back to the beach. The world is yours, sir.
What does Brigid want to do? Because I know what I want to do at least, but you're the one who lives here.
Yeah.
Let's see. She's pretty probably ready for a nap. She just kind of fishes and drinks all day, so this is a lot for her. In fact, she's probably asleep on your back right now, snoring.
All right. Awesome. God, this is such an amusing image in my head.
So, I guess we dealt with the hazard or whatever. Do we want to take a nap? Do we want to scout around?
What time of day is it, Derek? At this point, it's evening, right? Nighttime?
It is evening, yeah. Yeah, you all kind of had the fight in the dying light. And I think the evening has officially set at this point.
I turn to Scarlet and Proximus and Winnie. Do we want to sleep on shore? Do we want to maybe head back to the ship?
I don't really want to leave Bridget alone.
Oh, I wasn't saying we leave her alone. I was just bring her to the ship.
Yeah, no, this is truly her home. So I mean,
It's scary to wake up on a ship after all this, surrounded by people you don't know. Especially if you're maybe hungover.
and
Right,
she's
that's
dealt
fair.
with
Or
a
still
lot
drunk.
here.
Yeah. Okay.
Plus, I can sleep in any water. It's fine. You've seen it happen before.
The sooner we get word to the ship that they can bring people over, though.
Oh, yes.
Well,
I can let them know.
they're still gonna have to do. It's a couple days back to follow Amarillo.
Hmm.
One night isn't gonna do much. We didn't know how long it was gonna take for us to do anyway. So if we stay a night and then we can figure out in the morning what we're gonna do, they're gonna have to prepare supplies anyway, and that's gonna take much longer than an evening. So
Maybe we should, I'm sure they've got some sort of a map, but, fill in any blanks, maybe. Any hazards for building that they can work around, that sort of thing. If we're here anyway, I mean. Obviously they'd have a survey party, but...
this is too much
We can
thinking.
go scout around. That's fine.
For the
We
morning?
still got plenty of day.
Well, no, it's nighttime now.
Oh, it's nighttime. Yeah, in the morning. Yes,
In the
that's
morning.
a good idea.
In the morning.
Yeah.
I'll
So
take first
fortunately-
watch.
Unfortunately for all of you, you have at least a couple of campfires going already.
Fortunately, right?
Fortunately, I was going to say because you don't have to build another
Yeah,
campfire.
yeah. Just
No, you burn the whole island to the ground.
Dang
you did
it.
what you said.
Yeah, I'm not letting
Um,
that happen.
Yes. Yes. With campfires already made, one of your party already asleep. You all will camp for the evening. I'm no rolls. This island is a safe place. You have rid it of its curse. I'm not springing anything else on you.
Long rest, long rest.
Long rest indeed. Enjoy that long rest, everyone. And morning comes, and let's change it over a little bit here. Morning rises, and the sun peeks over the horizon on the island of Undertow, the island that you all have again rid the curse of, the island that you have saved, the island intended to be perhaps your home, at least the home of the Corans, the refugees, perhaps another new start for Brigade's monastery. The options are open. What would you all like to do?
I would like to know, I know I've had to do this before. How long does it take me to fix old Jeffrey up?
I think it says in your thing, and I
It
don't have that.
Says... It doesn't.
It
I'll look it up.
should.
It should. Because it has this
Let's go to
healing.
specials. It's infusing an item. It should be however long
Oh,
it takes,
it's how
I think,
long. Yeah, you're right.
to infuse an item.
Which probably minimum an hour.
I would say I think it's something around an hour. Yeah.
Okay. Can I
Something
do
you can
that?
tinker with.
Yeah, you can absolutely spend the morning fixing up little Jeffrey.
Okay. A
Okay.
little.
What is everybody else doing?
I'll startle awake and blink around, confused, and then just be like, it wasn't a dream. It wasn't a dream.
Nope.
You were there. No.
You were there, and you were there.
We did it. Thank you guys so much.
I
Our
think you
pleasure.
did just as much as we did. We just we're here to help.
Yeah.
Oh no, you all had big damage.
You whacked it really good.
I got a big stick. It's good for whacking.
If I have only realized one thing while we've been all together is we are better together. And so, you have been here by yourself for a very long time. what is next for you?
Well, I suppose I can go back into town and face everybody again and tell them it's gone and that the people they knew have been revenged. But I've been alone for so long on this island, I don't know if I'd want to live there forever. I don't know. But you said this is your island now?
On paperwork.
Oh. Well,
We
I
would never
suppose-
kick you off.
Oh yeah, you can stay. Absolutely.
oh,
As long as you don't mind company.
no. I've been alone for a long time. I'd be happy to help you build this island into what it once was.
And there would be trade for your robbery.
My erotery. Oh, I can
This
see
could be
now.
the erotic. I can't even talk.
Proximus is so excited about this concept.
This could be so great. Yes, we could have crossovers and all kinds of things.
Like, if
People would come from miles around.
if you're willing to help, I know the Corans are gonna need assistance in figuring out what areas are safe and what parts are good for living on, places you could stay away from. If you'd be willing to help.
Well, I think that thing ate everything else, so I think it's pretty safe right now. But I do know my way around and where like other streams or areas are.
Resources.
Absolutely. Resources, yes, that's the word. I could teach them how to fish.
Yeah.
All right, that doesn't sound too bad. What are you gonna
That's
do
for everyone.
with the island? Like, what are you making? What's it gonna be?
That's a good question. Right now, it's just gonna be a home for my hometown. Refugee life.
That's a good cause.
I think we just want it to be a place that's welcoming and rebuild. I mean, it's not going to be the same as Cora was, but it'd be good to establish trade.
I can introduce them to the folks in the village.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
And like, maybe we could have a little house here too or something.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to have a place where I can actually run around. That's just
Yeah.
not on deck. All right.
There's a lot of possibilities, I guess is what we're saying. But
Yeah, just a little bit.
yeah.
World of possibilities.
And safe, not like a military stronghold, but a place that maybe won't run the risk of being a target.
No military stronghold, no organized crime.
I don't promise that.
Never mind, it won't. Let me rephrase.
We're talking about the Corans here. Everyone was crime.
Yeah.
It will not be under
Everybody
a
is
sea
criminals.
hag.
Yeah.
Yeah, none,
Sorry, Brigand.
Dangerous.
Everyone is a retired criminal in Cora.
They're very nice people.
wholesome
They just
crime.
maybe have done some things in the past. But who hasn't, right?
Yeah,
Ain't that the truth?
little baby assassinations.
It would no. It's more like instead. It's more akin to
not
fencing.
babies. No, sorry. Little. I'm done.
It's more like fencing crime instead of murder crime.
Right.
As long as they don't touch my erotery, we'll be just fine.
You will be family, and they
Oh,
don't
yeah.
mess with family.
Family. That would be nice.
I'm just imagining Darius and Curio adopting Brigand.
Oh yeah.
It's making me very happy.
Day,
Yeah.
those are my dads.
Yes.
The
Hey,
criminal
everybody.
fathers.
How old is Brigid? Do you have an age for her?
I did. I don't know where.
Like roughly, is she middle aged for a halfling? Is she like?
Yeah, she's like middle aged for a halfling.
Okay, yeah. So yes, two dads adopting a middle aged woman. Absolutely.
Listen, there's weirder shit.
Something. I don't have any dads. God.
Yeah, I'd like to map out the shoreline and just take a nice little jaunt.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll start.
So
Are you jumping or are you swimming?
I'm gonna walk on the beach. Like Proximus has not had a long walk on the beach for a long time.
Okay. Is anybody going with Proximus to do this survey?
Not with Proximus.
Okay.
I will gently ask how Proximus feels about his cartography skills. I can't read that face,
if you're wondering if Proximus has any tools, no. Does he look like he's writing in a journal? Sure. Is it a way to get away from everyone and just maybe, I don't know, have his alone time? Yes.
Okay. In which case, Winnie will not go with him.
Acacia wants to go inland and just start mapping, like, potentially finding large landmarks that can be used. Also keeping an eye out for like what kind of resources there are for like rivers. Maybe like I know Brigid said that there's clay.
Mm-hmm.
So just keeping an eye out for deposits and anything that might be of assistance.
Sure. Acacia, so currently where you are is about as inland as you can go. Brigid kind of informed you, like there's a lake at the center, which is your source of fresh water. There's absolutely rivers that break off from that lake. You could absolutely follow those. You presume they're going to get to the ocean, but you can follow any number of those. And yes, where you are now, plenty of clay deposits, kind of where like the lake is meeting the rest of the island. Clay deposits are going to be most abundant in this area where the water is kind of available. So I guess if we are doing any type of cartography mapping, if you're just walking around, that's fine. But otherwise, I will want either cartographer tools check or a survival check from Proximus and Acacia.
Can I go with Acacia to show where I get like my clay and whatnot?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I would like to cast Fly on myself. And use my, to get a aerial perspective, for my cartography stuff.
Let me know if you see anything.
I see some trees.
I say to Winnie.
Wow.
There's birds.
I didn't know she could do that.
Winnie, since you're kind of getting the bird's eye view before even Proximus can get, it took almost half a day to get to where you were on the island to the shore. So Winnie, if you are going high, give me a perception check with advantage.
Oh no. Hang on, that wasn't a real roll. Oh, that's not nearly as good. Perception 22. Nope, 21. I can't math.
Okay. So you kind of do you go straight up in the air, do a little spin around. Yeah, plenty of trees. This island has really taken on, again, a lot more of a verdant color to it. And, the trees are not in bloom, but I guess they're in the fullness of themselves. You see those white flowers that really dominate this island more than even other tropical flowers might. The other thing that you see is as you look off towards the south, you see ships nearing the island. And what you're able to make out are gray sails as well as what colors do I give you? Maroon sails. You can't necessarily tell any emblems on them, But that's you can tell that there is like a small fleet, I would say, is heading towards you. They're pretty far out at this point.
So, the sails, like one sail, two different colors on one sail, or it's
Two different
like
types of
there's
ships.
maroon. Okay.
Yeah.
Do I recognize them? Do I?
I would say like there's lots of sail colors out there.
I was gonna say I think the Redemption has colors like that.
Yeah, you can't really tell emblems. I would give me a history check with disadvantage, and you can maybe.
Yes, there's consistency. 19.
Okay. You think that these might be from the neighboring islands of Anoth, maybe Axia. You know that at least Anoth has maroon colors. Axia being a dwarven island. You know that they use a lot of ships. They don't use submarines as much as other dwarven, like, that are in the mountains and sometimes even underwater might use. Yeah, actually, the dwarves you met were from Axia. So potentially they're coming from that direction. I mean, a 19's a good enough roll. They have the colors.
Tell about how far they are.
It's going to take them a few hours at least to get to the island.
Okay.
Pretty far out at this point.
Hey, Acacia, before we split up, would you...
I'm nearby. I'd be doing like a slow walk around at the start to like look here, and then I'm gonna do like a corkscrew out. But
okay,
that's all.
Yeah.
I also, if Proximus is going to go, I probably would have cast the psionic whispers so we can all talk.
Okay.
Keep in touch. I think you have to be within a mile of each other. So if you leave outside that mile, Proximus, it ain't gonna work until you get back. But
How big is the island?
oh, it's only an hour for the thing, so it's just a start.
Okay.
So it probably won't last super long. But yeah, sorry, go ahead, Eva.
I will just, like, as soon as I see them, I will psionically say, hey, so there's trees and birds just like I thought, but also there's ships to the south. And mentally I will try to project as best I can what the ships look like. I don't know how accurate that's going to be, but that's the best I got. But I'll also describe them as gray sails, maroon sails. Maybe Axia, maybe Anoth? That's not what you said, is it? Okay.
It is.
Good, that's what I wrote down. Are we expecting visitors? Brigid, do you sometimes get non-Hydra visitors?
No, there's been no one on this island for years because of the monster, so no one ever came near. I still don't know how it got here, and if someone would put it here, and if they would know if it were gone.
Yeah, that's an uncomfortable question that we probably should look into. I mean, there were dwarves at the banquet, right?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Just kidding.
Not at Fall Emerald.
Oh,
Psych.
you were talking about the architecture was very. Never mind.
No,
Anyway.
sure. Yeah, at Fall Emerald and in the royal throne room, there were no dwarves.
Yeah. Okay.
The surfacers weren't really invited. The last time you saw the dwarves was at the Sunken Forest in Almborg.
Cool. How far away is our ship?
I mean, the ship's a lot closer. It's docked just off the island where, you know, the draft of it can kind of sit. So, I mean, you'd be able to paddle or swing your way out there in a couple of minutes.
Or fly to the ship.
Well,
Since
yeah, because
you're
I can only
flying
fly
now.
for 10 minutes, so I'm like,
Oh, never mind.
But I mean, if I fall in water, who cares?
Yeah, you can fly straight up at an angle and then just use feather fall and kind of use the physics of it.
I don't have feather fall prepared, but I can probably swim faster. It doesn't matter. I will get. Winnie would know the fastest way to get to the ship. So I can, unless someone has an easier method, which would be super handy. I can go let the redemption know just to kind of be eyes up.
I can fly out there and do that.
That'd be great.
If no one has any objections, I'm going to keep just looking around and then for a little bit, and then I'll start galloping out. And Scarlet Brigade, I could carry you. It'll be faster than walking.
I'd still like to do some sort of, especially for if, like, heading towards the south, some sort of mapping of the terrain, but...
I still need to get my roll out of the way too.
Okay. So yes, if you are making a map, go ahead and roll me for survival, and then we'll deal with that, and then we'll get Proximus to the redemption in a few turns and see what's going on.
Can I use my map making tools? Cartographer's tools?
Yeah.
Since Brigade is helping me with like at least the clay part, can I roll with advantage for survival?
You absolutely may. Love that help action.
I only got a 17. That's not that bad.
Okay. 17's pretty good.
It's perfectly average. I rolled a 10.
Okay, well, Winnie's figuring that out. Acacia, you absolutely, with Brigade's help, you pretty easily find like this treasure trove of clay deposits near where one of the branches of one of the rivers. There's maybe like there's a few rivers that branch out. There's only really two that end up kind of like reconnecting and going back to the ocean. So while there's maybe 5 to 6 rivers, they all end up snaking, connecting back into 2 main mouths to the ocean itself. But yes, with Brigade's help, you find this wonderful deposit of clay that was relatively near the monastery. Was there other stuff you were looking for? Or are you just kind of like continuing to walk along?
I'm just getting a lay of the land, so that's the resources I was looking for. If there's any like large landmarks, I'm also going to be jotting those down. So that includes the monastery in the center, just general like large, and also anything that could be used as a resource.
Sure. So plenty of wood. I mean, this is a pretty decently forested island. Again, you have the clay. You can see the foundations where some buildings used to be. But even when this had a monastery, it wasn't a heavily populated island, or at least wasn't for very long. There have been attempts to repopulate it, but even those have been unsuccessful, and they weren't able to really put down foundations. So the monastery is a great, especially being right next to the lake, great landmark. As far as resources go, you're getting, again, wood. There's that flour that's everywhere. You're not really sure if that's necessarily something that you could use. It's at least pretty.
Can I roll to see if I know what it is? Because I know what it is out of character.
Roll for nature.
This is just a flat roll. No. I rolled really bad.
Oh.
Single digits.
But yeah, so you have, plenty of land, which is a great resource. I'm trying to think of other stuff you might have. I will come back to you if other stuff kind of comes to mind. But yeah, you're getting a lot of the general resources that an island might be able to provide to you. Not a lot of like wildlife, I would say, to really. It's not like there's wild pigs or anything. Like anything that was big enough to be eaten was
They need
eaten.
to be reintroduced.
They sure do. But yeah, you can hear like some tropical birds. Yeah, and you do have fresh water. You have a pretty decent reservoir of fresh water with a lake there. Yeah. Winnie, what'd you get?
I rolled a 20, and that's 24 or 28. For some reason, I thought I had proficiency with all tools, but I can't find that. So I think it's...
You do. You have proficiency with all tools.
Yeah, okay. So it's doubled for any ability check. So it's 28.
Okay. Yeah, Winnie, I would say being up in the air where you are, it's going to be slightly distorted, but not much because you're able to accommodate for that. But yeah, I would say you're able to scratch out on a piece of paper a pretty decent bird's eye view of this island from the center of it. You can note again where those rivers meet the ocean, where that watershed is. You note where there's like that area of land between where the rivers kind of branch off. That might be a good place to build. And yeah, like I said, plenty of resources, lots of forest. It's like I said, I think I said this in the last episode. It's sort of in a valley of itself, so it's not like it's the like the God's Eye where it's a perfect circle, but there is a sort of like there's hills to this island, and it's sort of a valley. So you note that as well. So you can kind of get some topography in there.
Okay, and then I will regroup. Although I haven't heard that we necessarily have a plan for this welcoming party.
Brigid, is there anything that you want to be doing?
I'm gathering handfuls of clay.
You do that. I'm not going to make you roll. Make as many butts as you like. Live that best life.
Live that butts life?
Live that butts life. Thank you, Day. This is why I had you on. Kaila, is there anything that Scarlett's doing?
So we're riding on the back of Acacia around the island, correct?
Sure.
Yeah, I would offer that.
Cool. I would like to scry on the Bloodhound.
Okay. What would you like to scry?
I would like to check in on Marcus.
Okay.
Since when could you scry?
Well, remind me what scry does, because my internet is barely keeping up with what I'm doing right now.
Scrying casting time is 10 minutes. It is concentration. Okay. You can see and hear a particular creature you choose that is on the same plane of existence as you. The target must make a wisdom saving throw, which is modified by the physical connections you have to it. If the target knows you're casting the spell, it can fail the saving throw voluntarily if it wants to be observed.
Yes, I don't think that Marcus is necessarily obfuscating anyway, so no roll needed. Just dropping every d20 today. Okay, yes, fine. You are able to. So, what do you like? Are you looking in on him? Are you talking to him? What is
scrying? Like? You cannot talk. It is just observing.
Okay, just peeping your first mate. Okay.
Also, Marcus is attached, influenced by Worm Daddy, so I highly doubt he could pass the check anyway.
There's that too. Marcus, let's see. You left the Bloodhound back in Full Amarillo with Marcus there. Mm-hmm. I would say he's probably on the ship because he is probably considered that his responsibility at this point, and is just kind of manning the lines. He's more so just kind of going around and making sure like the crew has been brought back onto the ship as well, just doing daily tasks. It is mid-morning at this point. So he's probably gotten them up early. He's maybe, assisting with some of the, tightening of the lines, maybe replacing bits and bobs here while they're in port, doing any repairs that need done, maybe even some training of the newer crew members that you brought on. But mostly just seems to be dealing with his responsibilities.
Okay. I was making sure nothing was going poorly.
Nope, they're still safe in Full Amarillo and are kind of like near the surfacer area of Full Amarillo. So, you can kind of get that there's like a bunch going on at the dock itself, and a lot of noise otherwise. But he seems to be keeping himself busy with his tasks. He is a sailor first and foremost. So yes, Acacia, while you are trotting around, Brigid, while you are making butts in clay, Scarlet is like eyes rolled back, sitting on Acacia, just limp, just spying on her first mate. Okay, let's go to Proximus. Proximus, you are flying out to the Redemption. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So it's probably going to take you a little bit of time. Let's see. The Redemption is, I guess, technically south of the island as well. So as you're flying out, you can see the ships starting to get closer as well. You're going to reach the Redemption probably within an hour of when they reach the island. But let's get some of the music going. I think this should be fine. So, Proximus, you don't give me that face. Just because I changed music doesn't mean something bad's going to happen.
I had to see how it started out. I was like,
Right.
oh.
So using your winged boots, flying above the tree line, it does take you some time, even with your increased movement and kind of more of a direct line as opposed to cutting through the roughage where you had to before. You eventually do reach the sails of the Redemption and are able to touch down onto the deck. And as you do, there's kind of like murmurs coming up from all of the crew and the officers because they haven't seen you in over a day. And Connery comes down from the helm where he's kind of just been, I guess, waiting for your all's return. Welcome back, son. Are you the only survivor then?
I am
As
the
I
only
feared.
one left, and everyone is dead. We need to get out of here right now.
He was joking. He make a deception check.
No, I'm not even trying to be deceptive. A huge smile on my face. Of course I'm joking.
This big Leonin, adamantine teeth, braids in his mane, pokes like a claw into your chest and goes, I killed you once, I will do it again. That's not funny.
And I will come back again and again and again. You can't get rid of me. There are other things that you can't get rid of either, but we won't talk about that in front of the men. It's fine. What I was talking about, Winnie, she told me that there are multiple ships around the other side cresting. So you already know.
We've been made aware we have a guest, Proximus. And he would actually gesture to behind him where you would see the familiar person, Rollin, Winnie's brother. And a sea elf dressed in kind of wizardly robes and spectacles, hair kind of pulled back. Like Winnie, if Winnie was first of all, if Winnie was mask presenting, way more full of herself, and also like took college serious.
Proximus leans into Connery and I am sorry for the joke, Captain. I didn't know that anyone was on board. I am very sorry about that.
It's fine, son. I don't think anyone actually believed you. You still haven't picked up the full humor thing yet, but we'll keep working on it.
It is good to see you, sir, again.
I'm glad you think so. Proximus. Yes, I am glad to see you, in fact. I hope that means that my sister is at least alive, if not intact.
She is quite alive. Hold on one second. Winnie, your brother is here. I send over the mind link.
Hold on.
I think you're out of
You
range.
might not be in range.
Oh, am I too far out?
You have to be within 1 mile of each other.
Yes. Dead silence. We could all be dead at this point.
You get static.
Everyone hears me say this out loud, and I'm waiting to. I tried to let them know I'm new to this.
It's fine.
Really not.
This is all as I predicted. It's fine, Proximus.
I want to punch the shit out of him.
As you predicted, do you know the future? Are you clairvoyant?
I have some spells that actually give me a sense of clairvoyance, yes. But, no, I simply did the math, Proximus, and as I expected, you all were successful. I had no doubt, honestly. So I have arranged to assist all of you in a bit of quid pro quo. And those ships out there on the horizon, as you noted, are under my orders. We'll use that word. Commission is probably a better word.
Congratulations. Okay.
Congratulations to you, for those ships are going to build your city.
Oh.
I have taken out a bit of the personal family money as well as a decent chunk of my own to ensure that New Cora, or whatever you happen to name your new little town, is going to have the finest architecture around, as I have hired Dwarven Construction from Axia, as well as additional support and resources from Anoth. I have contracted the finest contractors there are to be contracted, and they are en route, as you can see currently. They are going to build your city, they are going to do it quickly, and it's not going to cost you a damn thing. Congratulations.
You are very generous, and I don't want
Not
to
at
say no to you. But however, this is sacred ground. There is a monastery on the island. I don't know if we can actually desecrate this ground. It is not something
I'm aware
that
of the monastery.
We are not colonizers. We are here to bring refugees to a place of refuge. I'm not
and
sure.
you're expecting them to live in tents the entire time?
Maybe, if they would like to. But is this... Did you
will.
ask the people?
Why would I? I'm building them homes and infrastructure.
Right. Why would you ask the people that want to live in... Okay, right. Makes sense to me.
Proximus, if the monastery wishes to be restored as well, we can do that as well. I don't believe the entire island is sacred ground, aside from the fact that legally it belongs in part to my sister, which thereby, by Fall Lamaril law, belongs to the family, and in such belongs to me.
I am not a lawyer or in law.
I know.
Or yes,
why don't you go flap your little boots back and
Ugh.
inform the rest of your friends that the ships will be arriving by midday, and construction can start then, as soon as possible.
And again, it is so good to see you. And
I'm sure
he turns to Connery again, and he's like, "Was that good sarcasm?" No?
A 6 out of 10.
Could he hear me? Okay. Well, I am leaving now. So
so Proximus, with this information, we can say that you were able to make it back. While Proximus is flying back, are any of you in the want of doing anything?
Once Scarlet and Bridget are done, I'm not doing anything super strenuous or taking too long because I know that there's ships on the way. So once I'm done, if they don't have any objections, I am going to start making my way back to shore in the ship, since there are ships coming. So, do either of you object?
We still have our red shirts that are sitting at the longboat.
Technically, unless you instructed them to take the longboat back to the ship, they are still waiting on the shore.
It's just the longest game of cards.
Right. Yeah. Spades,
tic-tac-toe in the sand.
Right.
Yeah. They've started writing like help in the sand. Yeah. They got eaten by giant crabs a long time ago.
I would go back to where they were.
Okay. Yeah, I would say you probably passed them on your way out, and they were just like waving for you, like, "Do we come with you?"
I don't know that you can fly. Bye.
Yeah, pointed the boat. Okay, yes, you make it back to the longboat. Winnie, I presume you're coming back with Acacia?
Yeah, like if we're all meeting up in one spot, yeah.
Okay.
Also,
so I would talk very fast.
And I'm not. Yeah.
So yes, you all basically tread back through the path that you made. It's no longer difficult terrain because y'all kind of, blazed your path. And also because you were kind of walking along what had already been a cobble street that had kind of been established before. It's still overgrown, but, does somewhat exist.
That's so sad.
What?
That it was a cobble street, the remains of the monastery. I hadn't really clicked on that before.
Yeah, this island had people.
Well, yeah, but
no, I need my hydra
on their path.
Okay. So you all make it out of the forest. You pass by Brigade's tent full of oratorium, now with some fresh clay to make more oratorium. And yeah, you all are able to make it back to the longboat with your respective red shirts, and it's getting to the point where you can make out the sails. There are longboats that are coming to the island at this point. And you can see on the sails, on the maroon ones, there are, let's see, it is the symbol of an owl perched on an anchor, and it has with colors of Kelly green and silver on maroon. And then the dwarven ships have a stylized, it's three dwarven faces kind of stylized into one with three crossed axes beneath them that is in gray and white. And you can even see some ships that when he didn't spot before that were kind of coming amongst them, but are much smaller. And you can spot the halfling ships from Hillholm, which are white with a banner of an apple tree. And you see this small mixed navy that are all sending longboats that are full of supplies and workers, and they're all headed to shore. And you all would meet up with Proximus as you see all of this.
That's probably not a bad sign. Like, I can't remember the last time we were attacked by the halflings.
Oh, Winnie, your brother is in rare form. He wants to build everything, a city on the island.
Because that seems really doubtful. Like, he is much more like a book sort of guy. Like,
right, he is offered to build all of this with his resources that he is bringing from out dwarves, and it's all free. However, I feel like there is a catch to it.
Yeah.
Yes. I told him that this is maybe not the greatest of ideas, but...
No, I mean, that's very generous. Like, the more people helping build, like...
Oh, I said the same thing in jest. Yeah, I said the same thing in jest, and then he looked at me like, oh, yes, I am not.
But why would it be a joke? Because it would be really handy to have, like, more people helping the refugees. Like,
right.
You get things done half the time, not twice the time.
I have the feeling he has something...
Oh, yeah. No, for sure.
That he is getting to, yes.
GM.
Eva.
What would I know about my brother's financial resources?
I mean, you know that your family is loaded. as you established, your family is
sure, but
wealthy.
Would this seem like something they wouldn't have told me they were thinking about like 3 days ago, 5 days ago?
Oh no, they would have told you if that was like they paid for the Corins to like have a place to stay in Fall Amarillo, but this was like we paid for hotel rooms. Yeah. This is like building a town. Right. And as far as you were aware, your family does not have that kind of dough sitting around. As far as you were aware,
I mean, it could be an investment, but like I'm more concerned about like
taking up their loan at their local CL bank. Yeah,
it is a credit union.
Oh, okay, yeah.
A remodel loan.
Yeah, well, and like he was staying with our parents too, right? Like he's not rolling, so to speak, in clams.
I mean, he also wasn't based in Fall Amarillo. It's kind of like, even if you have, a mansion in New York, if your family lives in LA, you're going to stay in their mansion. You're not going to buy another mansion just to visit them. And your family, as you established, have a mansion. So, as all of your passive perceptions are high enough to see that he is one of the first off of one of the boats of Anoth. Anoth, Winnie, you would at least know, is an island that is mostly inhabited by humans and goblinoids. So there are a number of humans, it looks like actually from the Anoth Navy, as well as contractors who are, I mean, you have bugbears, hobgoblins, even goblins, as well as humans that are all starting to pull barrels of goods off crates. They're starting to load those up. Meanwhile, the dwarven longboats, which are much more angular and almost like pointed in a way, all have like lumber aboard. They have stonework, and these are, I mean, masons, carpenters. These are workers, professional workers that all just begin to unload the things they have. And Rollin jumps off into the surf, helps pull the boat ashore. I will hold off on any permanent building I will not send these workers back to their island because it costs quite a bit just getting them here in the first place. But
Fine.
I will certainly wait the day or so, or a few days, for the refugees of Korra to get here and set up a small council and add more bureaucracy and red tape to this. That's fine.
Perfect, thank you.
Literally all we were asking for, and it shouldn't have. You're smart enough to should have known that was the best course of action.
Have an
That is true.
ecological, make sure that we're not harming any native fauna to this area, right?
Mostly flora, most of the fauna's gone.
But it'll give us time to like complete our maps, and Brigid can we can do a big ecological impact survey, and then everything will be all ready to build when the Korans decide on a course of action.
Full of shells.
Did you say
So
shells?
Winnie, you have
Shells?
been given, yes. Winnie, you get a set of, how many of you? 4. You get 4 shells that are all just like a couple inches long.
You're giving
they
us our shell phones.
These are. I had a description for them. No, it's gone.
I had a
They're
3
kind of
seashell joke here, but I'm sorry.
no. We're not doing. We're not doing Demolition Man.
Is it?
But yes, these are shell phones, and they fit inside of your ear. They're like a half, not conch shell. I can't remember the name of the shell. Actually, I wrote it down. But anyway, like a half clam shell. And
For all
they're
the kids watching, Demolition Man was a show, movie in the early.
Do you guys know
late-
Sylvester Stallone? Had Rob Lowe in it. No, not Rob Lowe. Rob Schneider. Anyway, so yes, these are shell phones, which you can place your. Winnie, you would be familiar with them. You know that they are specifically linked. You've got like a family plan, and that's pretty much all you can communicate with. But these are magic items you all should be able to add to your inventory by adding shell phone, all one word.
These are
they come
actually
in
pretty
sets.
good.
They fit in the ear of a humanoid, and when you press your finger to the shell, you can use a free action to communicate verbally with any other creature within a 5-mile radius. Give me just a little bump to what Acacia can do. And as in, I don't know why it says that twice. Ignore the second half of that. You have 5 charges. Includes call and response of the sending spell between all linked devices.
I just love that you went into D&D Beyond and made this. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, it makes it easier than. Okay, well, as we are kind of wrapping up here, a bit of a heated conversation, I do want to ask Day. So Brigid now has the opportunity to rebuild the monastery, at least have a say in what happens with the island of Undertow, but also has like her future ahead of her. What is Brigid? We can give Brigid just a little bit of an epilogue, just a little bit of next couple of chapters. Where's Brigid gonna head? What is Brigid's goals in the near future?
I think she would help to rebuild the monastery or a monastery or a monument to the monastery, whatever makes the most sense.
Mm-hmm.
And then slightly, maybe on the other side of the lake, kind of in the woods, I think she would make herself a mud hut shaped like a butt to live in.
Sure.
Yeah.
Mud hut, sure.
Yeah. So, kind of like merging her old life with this new life building around, and obviously getting to know the new inhabitants and integrate with them as is fit. Yes, a butt hut. And continues, becomes a trader of unique camaraderie and trinkets.
I think everyone who comes to the island of Undertow leaves with at least 5.
Yeah. It's like the tourist. The butt hut is like the tourist trap of the island.
Absolutely,
It's like go.
It's like where you can get a character drawn, but they just drop trow a little bit and Brigid
my God.
Personal butts
for an extra fee. Yeah,
I'll do customizations.
yeah.
Yes, we can include the tattoo you have that you got well done.
Fantastic.
Before we end, there is one thing I want to say to the rest of the group in
Yes.
character. I want to use one of my. I'm going to refresh the psionic link and just say, no one open their mouth or tell him anything in regards to Elder Shard stuff. I may have hinted at it and be using it as leverage.
Oh, that would be
Mm.
leverage. Yeah. Makes sense to me.
But yeah, that's what I say.
On
All right, well-
the map that I am going to eventually draw, there will be a butt hut, and that is going to be the one monument.
Fantastic.
Really quick, I would like to, if you want me to roll a check, I can, but like, I'll turn my tools into jeweler's tools, and I would like to make a pendant out of one of the smallest little fangly danglies from the hydra, with an inset piece of the monastery, set in like a little necklace thing, and I would like to just like hang it on the doorknob of the butt hut before it officially opens, with just a little tag that says, "Thank you for being a friend."
So sweet.
Meep.
Wonderful.
I'll wear it forever.
I do recognize that on a halfling, a like gargantuan hydra tooth is still probably pretty big.
It's pretty
probably just gonna be
hefty,
like
yeah.
like the
It's
part
like
of
a
like
Flavor
a.
Flav.
It could be a
necklace.
picket for like
Yeah.
a fence.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could use it as a new bow staff.
It doesn't say what you have to use it for, so.
Oh my god, a bow staff with acid damage tooth.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Well, as
Now it's
we
like a
go
spear.
to exactly, as we go to wrap up this session, thank you very much to Day once again for joining us. Thank you all in the audience. Thank you for supporting Project Hope in support of Ukraine. It means a lot. It's a fantastic organization. Definitely, you don't have to just use this opportunity to support it. You can do so in the future as well. I believe even our Tiltify will be open for a little bit before we end up closing it. So feel free to check it out. And if you do, you will impact the next game. We're going to go ahead and go around, have these lovely people say a little bit about themselves, where you can find them. Then we'll do some show news and all that stuff. But again, happy Pride Month. Thank you for supporting Project Hope. Thank you to our special guest. You were a phenomenal day. It has been such a fun time having you. You're welcome back literally anytime. I will find a reason for Bridget to maybe set up like another, like, I can't remember what the word is, but you'll franchise your butt huts, and make, new islands, put them underwater. Heck, you can do them anywhere. They'll just find like a mysterious butt mug in the middle of nowhere and have brigands show up. Okay, let's go ahead and go around. Eva, where can we find more of you?
Oh gosh. Hi, I'm Eva. You can find me on Twitter at the Eva Serrate. Almost exclusively you can find me here, not by design, just because I only have so much energy. Specifically, you can find me tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific running a 3-part series of Triangle Agency, which is X-Files meets Paranoia, basically. It's gonna get weird. Yes, and I'm very excited about that. Otherwise, you can find me here every Saturday. Yeah.
And you also have a Sword and Tea next Saturday for
My
Triangle
gosh,
Agency.
I do! For,
Yes.
Anik and I will be joined by Caleb and Sean from Haunted Table, who are behind Triangle Agency and their Kickstarter, which is just smashing all the things. But we are excited to talk to them about their game design. And in July, Anik and I will also be doing a Sword and Tea game discussion with Jason Cordova from the Gauntlet. We haven't decided specifics, but he is working on Silk Tales. So, Tales? I feel like that's not quite right. He's got a lot of cool things in the works, so yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Eva. Mare?
Hello, I'm Mare. You can find me on Twitter at Archmage of Dice. You can find me here every Saturday, of course, at 6 p.m. Eastern, playing your lovely Soul Knife Rogue Star Druid Acacia. And also on Thursday for 2 more nights, here at 7 p.m. Eastern, I run a game of Invisible Sun called Fraying Threads. This coming week on the 15th, the main campaign is off, and we will be airing 2 developmental scenes, one called Charcuterie Night, and the second one called Be the Cobra Chicken You Wish to See. And that's 2 dev scenes with 2 of my players. And then the following week on the 22nd is our finale. And then we will be over, unfortunately. Very sad. But be here. It's going to be very exciting. And on the Sundays at 6 p.m. Eastern over on Neon Lights Roleplay, you can find me running a game of Printweaver called Pillars of Ink, based in a Gothic Souls-like game where I have made my players cry more sessions than not. We will be back for session 6 tomorrow, where they will be investigating... let's just say some people are turning into monsters, and they're going to be investigating that and what's happening. And then some charity games coming up, which haven't been announced.
Awesome. Thank you, Mayor. Our special guest, Day. Where can we find more of your lovely self?
Hello, I'm Day. You can find me pretty much everywhere on the internet at Dayanne Hutton. I'm on Twitch at Daydream TV. Every Monday night at 7 p.m. I play a D&D game on -1 Cha for charisma. 7 Pacific. I'm also in a cyberpunk TTRPG game that you can find on YouTube and follow on Twitch with infinite-sided dice. And that's it. That's it. That's what I got.
Fantastic. Yes, definitely check out all of Day's stuff. Support Day in literally any way you can. And check out in the very near future, I will inevitably drag Day back to play Brigid once again. Mikyl.
Oh, hi, fam. I'm Mikyl. You can find me at Mikyl Sandoval, MIKYL SANDOVAL, at Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, wherever art can be found. That's usually where I'm at, or right here. And I love you. Have a good night.
We love you too. Mikyl, of course, does the art for this campaign as well as several other projects, all on Sword and Key. He's phenomenal. We appreciate him so much. He is just the absolute best and makes fantastic character art. Like Brigad's, who he made just a couple of weeks, and it's the best. I love it. I love it so very much. Thank you, Mikyl. Last, absolutely not least, Kaila.
Hi, hello, my name is Kaila. I'm many faces in many places in the TTRPG space, as well as streaming on my own channel. I have inherently taken like a month and a half off, but I'll be back eventually. I've got new projects. I'm finally starting the Murder Mermaid model. So we might be seeing Scarlet in the plastics. So stay tuned. Follow me here on Twitch. And we can paint Scarlet and talk maybe some backstory.
Fun, scary.
I'm gonna make Derek join me. No, I won't.
I would love to. I would love to talk Scarlet backstory. I have so much in mind for her backstory and her front story. That's not what it's called. Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Derek Sword. I use he, him pronouns. Yes, Sword is my real last name. Yes, it's awesome. No, you can't have it. If you want to find me personally, the best place is Twitter on dsword16. I am a voice actor and podcaster. I'm a TTRPG streamer. I'm mostly here, but I'm actually going to be on another channel, weirdly enough. Just as Eva was recently on Exquisite Corpse Productions yesterday for a game of Glitter Hearts, I will be on Exquisite Corpse Exquisite Corpse Presents. I apologize. For a game of Firefly, where we are all bi, so we're calling it Firefly, and that is on June 18th. So check that out on ECP. I'm also the co-host of the podcast Monster Crush, which is a bi-weekly trans-dimensional Pandora's box of monster love. My co-host Heavenly and I explore a world of cryptids and creatures on a never-ending quest to find love in all the wrong places. We have an episode actually coming out tomorrow, which is about Bowser, because we decided to do a Bowser versus Ganon or Ganondorf episodes and decided to do a two-parter. So Bowser will be coming out tomorrow. Ganon/Ganondorf will be coming out next Sunday, so we're actually doing back-to-back episodes, which we typically don't do. Definitely check it out wherever podcasts are found. Again, definitely check me out on Twitter, but I highly recommend you check out Sword and Key. We predominantly use Twitter as well, so it's sword_and_key. You can find all of our projects there. I'm going to go through them real quick. So this is our calendar, so buckle up or get out. It's up to you. Every Saturday, of course, is Horizons Call at 3 p.m. Pacific / 6 p.m. Eastern. Tomorrow, Sunday, June 11th at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, we have the first of 3 sessions of Triangle Agency, GM'd by the lovely Eva, as she said. Saturday, June 17th at 9 a.m. Pacific / noon Eastern is also the Sword and Tea chat with hosts Eva and Anik as they chat with Caleb and Sean from Haunted Table Games about Triangle Agency. Again, tomorrow is also the release day for Monster Crush, which, like I said, is releasing back-to-back episodes. So you can look forward to another episode on the 18th. This coming Thursday at 4 p.m. as 4 p.m. Pacific, as Mare said, 7 p.m. Eastern is Fraying Threads. And this is a development episode, as Mare said, so the finale will be on the 22nd, but the next episode will be on the 15th. Every other Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Pacific / 5:30 p.m. Eastern is our continuing Brindlewood Bay campaign, GM'd by the amazing Jen, and does feature Eva in the cast. Their next session is June 18th. We have a very fun Sunbear Honey Heist game organized by Gona on June 30th. Time, I believe, is still TBD, but it is a charity game with some new faces on the channel and will benefit the Transgender Law Center. So we'll have more details about that soon. And then following the conclusion of the 3-part Triangle Agency game, we have another mini campaign of Vast Grim, again on Sundays, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, starting July 2nd. And lastly, we have a Sword and Tea chat hosted by Eva with Jason Cordova, she said, who is an Emmy-winning podcaster, founder of the Gauntlet Publishing Company, and creator of the games Brindlewood Bay and Between. That is it for me. That's it for Sword and Key. So take care of yourselves, everybody. We will see you next week. Until then, fair winds and following seas, brave mariners. Take care of yourselves.